Where's that?
Welcome to Chronicles of the Coast, our weekly Dungeons & Dragons podcast. Or is it a stream?
It's a stream right now.
It's streaming right now.
It's a stream. Streaming live.
Gabe, can I get you screwed that way about 3 inches?
Gabe, you're messing up the vibe.
You're good. Perfect.
Yeah, Gabe.
Adjustment on the set.
Hide those
I
mouse
apologize to
balls.
all of our viewers for my nephew. Yeah.
Yeah.
Second.
Dan, you need to come towards
No,
me about
no,
Just
no, nephew.
straight up nephew.
Yeah.
His sister.
Beautiful. And Dan is of
You didn't
normal
realize
size.
that your
Look,
mom was
he's
my
not that
sister?
much bigger.
No,
Yeah,
I thought you were
right?
talking
Or smaller.
about me.
Not that much
No.
bigger.
He said his sister. I was like, what?
Oh,
Your
yeah.
mom-
Now I.
No.
Sisters, brothers, we're all family.
No, the Fontaines are not that white trash that your mother is not your sister.
Your mother's your sister? Yeehaw.
Welcome to the show, Gabe.
Yeehaw.
Yeah.
Or as I like to call it, the Carla bashing comedy hour.
Oh, no. Is she in the comments? Please don't say she's in the comments right now. You didn't tell her, like, hey, I'm going to be on the show tonight. You should watch.
Gabe told like everybody knew. That
Yeah.
way we can get way more followers. Right, fans out there?
Yeah.
Like and subscribe.
Mm-hmm. Both of our
Like,
fans.
comment, and subscribe, guys, if you're watching on YouTube or even Twitch.
On streaming service near you. We're going to Hulu next.
Yeah.
So, our last game, you guys foiled everything with one dice roll. And you have changed the history that has not yet been written, so to speak. You've made history, that's what you did. You pulled Opa from the clinging grasp of a demigod devil from the Earth realms that your character Balthazar is from. And in doing so, who knows what will happen from this, but in the time being, actions and consequences, as you all leave the City of Skulls behind, that following night, just as the sun is setting in the west, Nakma had constructed a funeral pyre for his brother. He now wields the Sword of Ancients, a legend. Is it legendary? It's a very rare, it's practically legendary magical weapon that Opa had been using in combat against yourselves. And he just kind of spends a moment up there in silence before finally coming back and joining you on the rest of your carriage ride back out of the City of Skulls. Is there anything that's left unfinished before you officially depart?
Cormac would like to buy a whole bunch of reagents because he just got out of this temple with I had like 20 new spells, like just ridiculous amounts.
Yeah.
So I'm planning on doing a little trade with the lady that runs the magic shop and trading in the rare books that I found. I found 4 of them, and then I got cash from these guys to cover the rest. So.
She takes trade goods and lost lore at face value.
Cool.
And you cash in for reagents. You have probably everything you need now, just the time to scribe it all down. Is there anything else?
I think before Balthazar goes, he would definitely like to spend just a little bit of time encouraging the same drow elven woman that the City of Skulls is no place for someone with as much money as she now finds herself with.
Seriously. Right.
And it may be in her best interest to find a way to leave.
Is there anybody who does like messaging around here? Like a messenger, I guess? Like the Pony Express, you know?
Word of mouth makes it to and from the City of Skulls strictly by traveling merchants and caravans.
There's no like letter system there, right?
Not here.
Anybody can cast the spell sending for me for like a certain amount of money?
Yeah, there's lesser clerics of lesser known deities. There is, of course, also the orc cleric who revived you.
Yeah, what about our friend Korg? Can he, Korgrim? Can he cast such magics?
Is that a cleric spell? What
Yeah.
about druids?
Message?
Both.
Sending.
Sending.
Well, you have a lizard folk druid who's following you around.
I'm not 100% that it's druid, but I'm 100% sure that's for cleric.
Okay.
Sure. I asked my friend Taz, since he's probably not using it right now, for the Magic 8 Ball for like a couple hours. I run over to Corgrim, or somebody.
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 Yeah.
I remember having a different name before. Rake? No, that's not it. Anyway, so...
Yeah, I got my notes crossed before.
Somebody, I've got to ask you a question. Okay, can you... Alright, let me try this first. I'm going to show you a picture of somebody using this Magic 8 Ball, hopefully. Can you use that to send a message to them?
Samed, he looks at you, kind of does a little bit of a blink on one side, turns an eye, his head sideways, and looks. It's like, in the morning, I can cast a spell, send message.
Okay. Alright, I think we can do that. Let me try this real quick. So, I think if you know how to see them, it makes it a little bit easier, right?
For sending,
Yeah.
casting time 1, bard, cleric, wizard. We'll say that he has it anyways.
Alright. I'll say to him...
25 words or less to a creature you are familiar. The creature hears the message and is fine. I think it has to be somebody he's familiar with.
Yeah, and to make somebody familiar with them, you can show them what they look like and explain their name and give them some sort of familiarity, right?
You can be familiar with a celebrity, right?
Am I around?
Cormac, what can you say?
Well, I can create an image if it's someone I've seen.
Yeah, that helps too, but we're not sending a message to that person.
Who would you like to send a message to?
Let me finish that. Ball of Eternium. Magic 8 Ball. If I show somebody the image of Galadriel Everbright, would that help him be able to contact her family and tell her that she's dead?
The Eternium ball gives you back a negative. Yeah.
Alright.
All signs point to no as it spells out in stars.
Alright. Well, that answers me.
Galadriel Everbright?
Yeah. Or Gariel?
Forgive me, Mooney.
No, Gariel.
Who
Everbright.
is this person?
That's the halfling that we left inside the Citadel. She's not dead. Well, she's dead now, but...
Actually, she's probably still in there.
She's
that
very
thing
likely.
shrank. She's dead.
No, it doesn't work that way. It's a pocket.
It did work like that.
Actually,
We would have died if we
I'm
stayed
afraid
in
it
there.
was kind of working that way. I think the walls were physically closing.
She was crushed to death in there. We left her horrible. I feel really bad about that. Also, kind of feel bad about what I said about Alan being a monster.
Yes, that was a bit out of line.
I mean, tangentially, he is a monster, right?
Yes, tangentially, he is a monster. But no, he is not. Not any more than you are.
Or me.
I am a
Cormac.
monster. Somebody. I'm a monster, right?
You are my god.
It's just not a very elegant term.
I mean, we're Lucius Notori. It's something different, right?
Out of curiosity, how has his followers reacted to him being about 4 feet tall now?
They don't seem to take any notice at all.
What do you think?
They just take it in stride. Like, I mean, a god should be able to, change his size and form anytime he wants. Big deal.
Power.
Yeah.
Lost 3 feet, right? So 7 feet, so down 4 feet.
No, you're 4 feet. You're 4 foot.
I've seen dwarfs taller than me now.
Well, you're certainly no taller than a dwarf, my friend.
Did my head stay the same shape, like size, guys? I don't have a mirror here.
Your body is well proportioned. relative to your size.
Okay, so I was afraid for a second there my head would be like touching my toe.
No, it
Guys,
shrunk you.
I've spent enough time on this. I think I'm ready to go.
So you wish to find a way to get a message to her family
But
if
that's
we
not
can.
possible. We didn't even know she was like in this land. She
Not
was probably
while-
like stolen from some land and brought here.
Not while we're here. I mean, we could still find a way, perhaps, over time when we come to a city with a little bit more pizzazz than this one.
It just feels like small potatoes compared to. And I look over like Nakma, who's like sitting in front of this burning pyre of his dead brother, and Cormac, who's like trying to collect a bunch of stuff, and I'm like, yes, I'm breaking our stride. We gotta do something else besides this, and I'm sure it'll come back to bite us later. We'll find her family later when they attack us like Olaf.
I think you're being too hard on yourself. It's noble to contact her family, but we can also move on if that is what you wish, and I think it's time that we do. I've said my piece here. I don't know if my elven friend...
We laughed about it the whole time we were walking away. I'm not dead.
I don't think
she totally was though, right?
She was dead. Well, of a sort.
No,
She was like you.
No, she's different.
She was a revenant.
So she was not truly dead. She lived, really. I mean, I challenge anyone to say Cormac here isn't truly among us.
Physically present, but not living.
Mentally so.
Indeed.
You did well down there. They
Thank you.
all did.
Body and spirit.
Every one of us, we survived something no one has ever done, and in the process, we did manage to do something noble. We freed an angel.
Yes.
You're just blood deficient.
What?
That's it.
Oh,
You don't have a
yes.
circulatory system any longer.
Yes.
You are very wise.
Is that because, like, that's the first thing Mooney looks for on a corpse is, like, the
Yeah.
circulatory
You got heat
system?
vision, right?
Yeah.
So you see the blood pumping. Yeah, right.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Well, I think we need to equip you with some armor that's not made of brittle glass.
Yeah, I think, you know, if it whatever is not destroyed before Taz leaves the crater, he just kind of, like, walks up to it and just kind of, like,
Knock it off. Yeah.
saves the helm of telepathy for last. Just
It's like Sonic the Hedgehog.
crystals fall down into the hole.
Let's go get you some new stuff.
Yeah, I am a bit of a new man, after all.
There are a few dead bodies nearby. You can salvage some of the armor off of those.
Just picks up a
Got
shirt.
an adamant.
Most
like
of it's
Holding it up to
breastplate.
his foot.
Oh, I'll happily
Good
wear
stuff.
that. Yes. Okay.
And
Oh, I've got that.
yes,
I think I.
I gave it to you off screen.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and that was it. He didn't say anything. You know, the only thing that Taz would like to take a peep around for is a shield. I have one written down, but I actually don't have it.
There's a couple.
There's a couple. Okay, yeah, I'll pick up a shield.
You pick one up. It's a circular round shield, a little dented on one side. There's a chunk missing out of the side of it where it looks like Alan's sword might have cleaved into part of it and then managed to still cleave into the skull of the person behind it. The back side has some blood stains, but on the front is a menacing visage of a boar.
All right.
Cool.
Well, give it a couple spear bangs.
Solid.
Didn't save the life of the man before me, but maybe it'll save my life.
Well, that's what happens when you roll their armor class.
Yeah, I'll stow the shield, and I think it's time to head to the wagon.
Yeah.
I have a lot of reading to do.
I have a lot of thinking to do, and perhaps even meditating upon this weapon that I now find myself with.
Somebody, you and I are walking from this point forward.
Corgrim comes up behind you. Actually, while you were away, Somebody and I worked out a deal.
What?
Yeah. Somebody transforms into like a large bear, but covered in lizard scales, and he hoists a saddle up on top.
Nice.
I don't like wagons. And then he gets on top of somebody who looks at you for approval.
Dope.
I'll let you ride back.
No, I'm walking. Thank you. I was thinking of this as being part of your training, but it seems as though you've found a stronger training partner.
Are you offended?
I'm not offended. A little bit.
Are you lowering your voice to sound like me?
No.
You did it again.
Let's just continue on.
Look, it's all right to feel a bit demasculated, being as little as you are now.
I am not demasculated.
No, it's all right. You're one of the little people. Embrace it.
Listen, I wasn't this small before. You saw me.
I did, yes, and clearly going into that temple changed you in ways I can't understand.
So did death. I'm the Drake from now on. Stop calling me Mooney. And kick the dirt.
You know, I
It's cute.
believe druids know a spell in order to cast enlarge.
I don't need your pity.
I'm not a druid. Maybe it's not my pity you need, as he pats the back of somebody.
No, Somebody, we're gonna change that name so that you have a cool wrestling name like me. We'll work on that later, when you're not a bear. And then I transform into an alligator, and then walk with him. But like scrape my belly against the ground the whole time.
Ooh, is your alligator form like a big size?
Yeah,
Oh
Or-
yeah.
or
it's
is it
still a
proportional?
gigantic
Yeah.
croc?
yeah.
It's probably 15 feet long.
So you feel like yourself when you're in alligator form finally?
No, I just wanted to be like,
Big?
yeah.
Yeah.
Part of the animal crew.
I could put a saddle on that.
I look at Taz, well, I have alligator brain, so I can't actually do that. I just sit there with my mouth open for a
I
while.
wonder if he can run as fast as other monks in that form. Have the mightiest reptilian steed in the land. Yeah. Put such silly fantasies behind me. You continue traveling. You leave the City of Skulls behind and you move forth. Alan driving the carriage. Nakmal kind of he keeps to himself a lot these days. He rides his horse, and the rest of you all moving on. You make your way towards the monastery known as the Dringi Monastery, somewhere in the Mabau region. You've been near it before, but didn't manage to stop there. So now your destination is set, and the next of the Drake's challenges lie in front of him. It's only a short 600 miles.
Just
Roughly.
a small jaunt.
Is it 600? I don't think
Oh,
it's
here we
600.
go.
I believe it's actually like 300.
Sorry, wrong way. Let me pull out this map and I'm just like spreading it across everybody's face. Cormac, this looks beautiful.
No, it's 150. 150 miles away. As you leave the City of Skulls
Over
and
there.
on your way to the Dringi Monastery.
And now we're heading north or south? Where is it?
Mabel is right here.
Oh.
Sorry, this portion of the map is really tiny. Here's the Dringi Monastery.
Oh, no.
Here is the City of Skulls.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
We're traveling
So-
across here.
Traveling
You leave the
east.
mountain range, follow the foothills, and then you find the road and start making your way across.
Gosh, we didn't really talk about this, but I'm glad that we're going to this monastery.
I, for one, am happy to see you have an opportunity to express yourself. From what I've heard, these monks are unique, to say the least.
As long as they don't try to steal my style, you know.
There were whispers at Weathertop, rumors only, when we were there, of a new fighting style that was being developed deep within the reaches of the Dringi Monastery, but no one had been there in quite some time. But that was over 2 years ago.
When I earned those bracers, I became a master. And from that point forward, I've got to prove myself to the rest of these monasteries that I am that master.
I feel that you are indeed a monk, Mooney, but have you been granted the title of master?
Yeah, when I dropped my name, I'm also the Drake. Once again, did you forget about that part? The Drake? I threw that name Mooney away when I, left my jacket up there. It's been very cold. I got this flannel to keep me warm,
I
But
did the
it's
same.
sleeves.
I know, it looks fantastic on you.
And, my cape is gone. It's basically this little tattered, bit at the end. Every time I say Drake, he just looks like my scarf is going...
Taz knows, the reason Mooney ripped the sleeves off is because they were way too long for him now. It wasn't just to look badass.
Fortunately, my arms are still smaller than a child's arms.
I know, much like you, I left what was left of my former persona back at the crater that was once the Somber Citadel. At any rate, I think you may find yourself a challenge in some of these monks. That's all I'm saying. Be prepared.
You saw me take care of that last monk from the Kensai, right? I tore that guy down like he was nothing.
He was no master, I will admit.
He even had weapons. I put mine down and I beat him.
He did.
I got nothing.
Speaking of weapons, my God, you got very lucky back at the Citadel. That boomerang is amazing.
Thank Cormac?
Wow.
Cormac's the one you should be thanking. He's the person. Hey, Cormac!
What?
Thank you for making the storm!
Yeah, it's
And
lucky.
thank you for coming with that name, by the way. It's fucking brilliant. Oh, by the way, look at this. I show him the boomerang. For a second, you can see the Drake's eyes. Snack.
Whoa. That is pretty cool, I must admit.
And then you see a bunch of other souls there.
It's frustrating, though, because I have been trying and even speaking with this spear that I found below, but it still seems stifled in some way. Not everything that it could be.
The spear?
Yes, the spear.
You teach it who's boss.
It what?
You have to teach it who's boss. Look at me. I pull out the sword. It wasn't always this word. Clap cheeks! And it lights a flame. Because I'm now tuned to it, because I'm not wearing my goggles.
You think I'm showing it too much respect, being too kind?
You have to own it.
Own it.
Make it yours. Bend it to your will.
I will try that.
Don't become its conglomerate. You might lose yourself in all the identities that might be inside of it.
No.
You don't want to end up like Facetrilia, do you?
Or like me, lost to the whims of Seleos. Never again. Me. Never again. But, yeah.
The carriage continues on for some time. It is a few days' journey. I don't know how many hours it takes you for your spells, but over the course of 6 days,
Oh, that's enough.
I thought it might be, you finally arrive at the small village of Desco. Desco being sort of up here on the Mabao area, it's sort of a drier plateau. They do a lot more farming of grain, and the trees are a lot more sparse, open fields, and even in some places turning into high desert, rocky terrain, and very dry yet fragrant juniper trees, and shrubs, if you could even call them trees, abound across the rocky landscape. Desco itself is sort of a smaller place. It's built on across the small tributaries that feed into a stream of the lake to the north known as Dry Lake, a lake that is aptly named for its very shallow waters and almost disappearing in the hot summer months. However, at this time of year, the lake itself is still being fed from the tributaries of the glacial water of the Serpent Spine Mountains, and you happen to arrive in time for what looks to be some sort of a celebration. As people dance around, they are well dressed. You see dwarves, human, halflings from the northern, the Hillock Plateau.
The horse riders.
Yes, the horse riders. And
Born in the saddle, they say. Remember when we crossed that plateau?
Yeah, it took years.
Well, we weren't in a hurry. We had nowhere to be then. Much like now, Cormac?
What?
Sorry.
Been reading for 6 days straight. Haven't pulled this since, I don't know, 100 years or so.
How do you keep your eyes open?
I don't sleep.
It is here that as you come into the area,
It's almost like you're reading through your eyelids.
and you get a better glimpse at the celebration going on, that you realize that there is a man and a woman, a human and a dwarf, who are seated upon what look to be thrones made out of like flowers and of such, a dais of sort, and it's clearly a wedding. There's people everywhere. The whole city itself is alive with activity.
I say to all of my friends, keep your wits about you. I sense the presence of a devil nearby.
What?
A little known fact about my former patron, he loves a good wedding. Crash anyone that he can get his hands on, no doubt. Keep your eyes peeled.
Okay, are we at least familiar with these customs from traveling through the Hillock Plateau?
Yeah. These are actually customs from Mabau, and what you see here are the hill dwarves of Mabau and human customs of the people. The population being pretty close to 50-50 of dwarven and human, with scattered races here and there, a few elves in tow, even the occasional gnome and halfling.
I think we should donate a present.
I have something in mind. So looking at these, this couple, they're sitting on a chair. They're each on a throne,
Yeah.
on a dais. What races are they?
A human female and a male dwarf.
A human female and a male dwarf. Does there appear to be like a religious figure or anybody nearby, like somebody who would be like officiating the ceremony, or does it seem to be?
appears as if that part is over and they're now at the reception.
Oh, okay. So Taz kind of walks up to the festivities, and
I think he's gonna blow a neck ball.
as I walk in, I'm just sort of like casually like chatting with people. Hello, how are you?
It's all taking place in a market square. One of the few places here with actual cobblestones. People are laughing, drinking, and you see an elderly man. He appears to be well into his cups, and he kind of bumps into you, spills a little bit of his drink, and he's like, oh, an unfamiliar face, traveler, are you? You do not appear to be of Desco. No, don't even answer. Today, you are part of Desco. Please come in. All are welcome. Come one, come all, to my daughter's wedding.
Fantastic. Congratulations to your daughter and her husband. They must be happy together, I would assume.
Oh, indeed. They,
Awkward. So,
Say that.
Yeah, you totally say that.
Yeah. Go on.
I had thought that the arrangement a bit of a mismatch at first, but Phillimore is a strapping young lad of 120.
Sometimes it can be like that with arranged marriages, but I've heard they have a much higher success rate than those who sort of meet in the moment, you know what I mean? So well done, Dad.
Thanks.
Good assumption.
You must care about your daughter a great deal.
I do indeed. Quite a deal. She's my little buttercup.
Perhaps you could introduce me to the lovely couple so I can offer my blessings on this joyous day.
Oh, in time. Stay a while, make merry. When the couple are down and meeting and mixing amongst the populace, I'll be more than happy to introduce you. But I didn't catch your name, though.
My name is Balthazar.
Balthazar. Strange name from a strange fellow. But we are all friends here. Traveling companions of yours. And strange company you keep, Balthazar.
Not so strange. Some may say the same about... never mind, I shouldn't say that. Sorry, it's been a long journey, and I am a bit addled. I'm happy to see the festivities. This is my friend Cormac.
Hi, welcome. I am happy to be here.
A traveler from Page.
How did you know?
Only two things come from Page. And you look like a corpse.
Not from there originally, but thank you.
And here we have my friend the Drake.
I look up to him and I go, hello.
Greetings. I have no idea what manner of creature you are.
Lizard folk.
Ah,
He is a monk of great renown and skill, even.
Oh.
A master at his craft.
travelers to the Dringy Monastery then.
These are our courtiers.
Indeed. Some have coined us the Black Lotus.
Tales of the Black Lotus reach even a small town of Desco.
Lucis Natori.
I have heard stories of the Black Lotus being an elite gang of assassins under the employ of the principality, the aristocracy of Page. You don't look much like an elite gang of assassins, but I guess that's how you find your mark, isn't it? Are the tales true? Is it... who among you is known as the Draconid? The one who can throw 100 daggers in under, 10 seconds.
Unfortunately, the Draconid is no longer with us. Perished in the Somber Citadel, I'm afraid, back in the City of Skulls. Unfortunately, these things happen.
I heard he had fists like lightning, and javelins and throwing stars flew from his fingertips as if lightning from an angry god.
You should hear what came out of his ass. You know.
With a name like the Draconid, I bet it's all fire.
People rarely live up to the expectations or the legends surrounding them, but the Draconid was a great person. Indeed.
Then, raise a cup to my daughter's marriage and raise your cups to the Draconid.
And your daughter's name?
Persephone.
Persephone. What a lovely name. Well, to Persephone and Hilda?
Yes.
Yes. To Persephone and Hilda, a marriage match made in heaven. May they be blessed by an Estellian's light.
It was Fillmore.
And with that, I start the 1 hour process of casting ceremony.
All right.
I was wondering who was going to do it.
Casting ceremony, 1 hour process. All right. What are you doing with ceremony?
Are you like in one place for a whole hour?
No,
Oh, is it like
I'm-
the DJ?
I'm
You, like-
mingling basically. I'm chatting with the people.
Oh, he's in the town square, one place.
Yep. And I'm basically, just talking the couple up. I'm talking about Anastellian and how he is a great uniter
this guy.
of people.
Yeah, and in doing so, as you're traveling around, one, you come across two different things. First and foremost, the bartender turns to you and says, "Pick your poison." And you turn and you look into the dark eyes of Soleos. The
Tess,
bartender.
Tess, is that him?
You look over and you see a normal old man in like nicely dressed.
I can
purple-
hear the voice
purple-
though.
He's like, "I'm sorry, what? What was that?"
Ugh.
Oh, what are you doing here?
Oh, you know.
Tess just looks like a normal bartender to me.
Socializing, making connections.
I'd imagine your name wasn't on the guest list.
Pardon me for being a gate crasher.
That's okay. Neither was mine.
What are you doing here, betrayer?
Well, no thanks to you, I found my way out of that very somber citadel. I made new friends along the way.
New friends.
Yes,
Friends in high places, is it?
some may say so. Why do you laugh? I thought you wanted to live amongst them.
Yes. I want to live amongst them. I want to stay here. But I don't want to be one of them.
Tell me, how loud did Vapar rage when Nakma stole his brother from his arms? Even you must have enjoyed that.
Whew. My big sister does throw a fit.
Like, I'm laughing with him, like, right now. you
Yeah,
know?
We're just like
Anybody
looking at
else
Taz,
who's
and
nearby?
we're catching, like half the conversation here.
yeah. Anybody who's nearby and listening just hears the bartender making like weird comments that seem to fit, but they don't.
It's a good party tonight. Have a beer.
And you're like, yeah, and he's like,
My man.
and how was the bar? And it's like, oh, we only serve ale.
Yeah.
Yeah, like all the answers. You're just like talking about this, just like good beer to all.
Not done with you, Balthazar. Do not think that you can shirk the bonds of our contract so easily.
I feel as if I fulfilled the terms of our contract. I provided you with followers. I gained you a foothold in this world. What you do with it from here, Saleos, is up to you, my friend. But not me. Not anymore.
Never forget, I am the new lord of contracts and agreements and business arrangements and partnerships. To forsake that makes you an oath breaker.
To be a lord of a contract must mean that you honor them once in a while, though, does it not?
Well, speak again. And he goes back to polishing mugs. You kind of glance away for a second and glance back, and it's just a kindly old man with a handlebar mustache, a white and purple pinstripe.
Taz. Is he still here? Hey, listen to me! Listen to me!
You're gonna interrupt my spell, Mooney. Calm down. The Drake. I'm sorry, the Drake.
The
Let
whole
him
place
go.
gets really quiet, and everybody stops and looks over at you as you shake the bartender. And
As I'm like,
yeah, at the bar. Nope, nothing to see here, says the father. Nothing to see here. Celebrations continue.
sorry.
Uh,
Taz.
a toast to the couple, Persephone and Hilda!
Starts going.
Yeah, what's going on, man? You freaked out on that guy.
Taz,
What?
you didn't bring up who the real champion was. He told you, didn't he?
The real champion?
He said that he had somebody better. A real person to be his number two, his representation, his boonie that we fought, his Opa.
Saleos?
Yeah, oh, he has his champion. That's the
Yes.
word I'm looking for.
I suppose that he does, but what difference does it really honestly
You
truly
should have asked
make?
him where it was so we could
Like
have
he
killed
would
him.
have he wouldn't have told me. I guess I should have asked. You're right, but to be honest with you, I was having so much fun trading barbs with him. Ooh, it felt so good to not have to worry about him taking my things away from me. Do you have any idea what kind of vindication that is?
You are mingling amongst a wedding when you see a 4-foot alligator man grab the bartender and shake him violently. You think that he's going to bite him right in the face. Everything got quiet real quick. The whole party stopped like on a dime. And as the father yells out, nothing to see, you realize that these people are definitely not from around here, and possibly they can help you. What do you look like?
I'm blue and like a bluish gray guy.
What?
I'm a blue gray guy.
Blue-gray guy.
Yeah, I got some white pepper hair, salt and pepper hair. I'm a bit taller lad, and I got these things coming out my side.
Things?
Yeah, they're like tentacles.
I used to be really into that type of person, but not so much anymore.
I forget what it's called.
Okay,
I'm a simic hybrid.
you're a freak.
Simic hybrid.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay.
Right out of Ravnica.
Mm-hmm.
I don't belong here.
Clearly.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So I go straight up to this little lizard man.
Taz, you didn't ask What the fuck is that?
Pat his head.
Is that a genasi?
I'm like,
What did they do to you?
surely you're upset. Can I buy you a drink?
Isn't it open bar? It better be.
Slides a drink towards you.
Is there any
Thank you.
Is there any bar stools?
Yeah.
I pick them up and set them on a bar stool.
God, this guy's strong. All right.
That's great.
You now have my interest.
Okay. What are you guys doing here?
Well, we are the Black Lotus, is the easiest way to say it, but we call ourselves on the DL, Lucius Natore.
It's kind of a fancy way of saying the same thing.
What was that?
This is our leader over here. The great and honorable, and also twice born, the revived Taz Belfazar.
It's a pleasure to meet you. And you are
Jester.
Jester.
Yeah.
Interesting appearance you have there, Jester. What do you call those? And I gesture towards your tentacles.
This is a clown. This is fish.
Well done, sir.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Where are you from? Not around here, I presume. No.
Far away. Far.
Well,
The west. The far west.
you're in good company because my friend Cormac here is from the grave.
Yes, hello.
Cormac the Scholar, the Chronicler.
Yeah, I'm not at the bar.
Oh, that's right. You're not there.
It's okay. I would be within earshot though,
Yeah.
but I'd like to finish my detect magic ritual at this point.
Okay.
It's been about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And I'm just concentrating on that as I walk over, and I see the little kerfuffle, and then a new person joins, so I'll walk up. Do I recognize this body shape at all on my way over there?
No.
Okay. Wow. Hurriedly, I walk up with my book in hand. Holy shit! Start sketching. Like, what are you? sketching. I'm Cormac. I need to know more about you.
And
Right.
that's when Taz is like, my friend Cormac here is from the grave.
Never. I've been on this other place a long time. Shut it.
We'll talk about that later.
What are you? Where are you from? How'd you get here?
I came traveling in from the west.
I've been there. You're not there. Where are you from?
Well,
The far west.
Right.
to be fair, lots of places have a west, my friend.
Yes, it's what you say when you don't either know or want to say. Interesting. What plane are you from?
Anyways, so why are you guys?
I don't make the rules here, bud. You,
Did he
Jester.
sidestep that question?
Jester, you're gonna have to talk to my leaders and promoters over here. I'm actually not the brain of this group. I'm more of the muscle type, you know. That's
Fascinating.
Nakma. Oh, he's still.
Do I know anything about his species?
Lizard folk. Lizard folk are not common at all where you come from. But yes, you know of them. Although none of them walk around, look crocodilian, have their sleeves ripped off of their shirts, or act or behave anything like him.
Or 4 foot.
Yeah. Do I know that they're not supposed to be that tall?
Yes.
Anyways, this is a lovely wedding.
Yes.
Where are you guys at this wedding? Do you know those people?
I'm going to be perfectly honest with you because I feel like I can trust you, even though I must say, it was rude that you didn't answer his direct question about which plane you're from. It makes us, because we've been around the block a few times, feel like you're hiding something. And I'm sure that you are. Maybe when you trust us a little more, you'll tell us, right?
Is that hair?
Sure.
I can send you back.
He.
Like right now.
I don't want.
Okay. Just ask.
We're okay.
That sounded like an offer.
It was also a
Yeah,
threat.
that really did sound like an offer. I'm okay on that though. Good. I'll pick my strawberries somewhere else.
At any rate, no, we do not know the lovely couple. We have simply come into town from a 6-day journey, believe it or not. And we find ourselves here in the lovely village of Desco. Well, I don't know. It's a bit of a city, right? Is Desco a city?
Small town.
Small town. It's a bit of a small town here. Small town vibe. There's a main street. At any rate, no, we do not know the couple. But I'm about to bless them beyond their wildest dreams. I will be right back, my friends. And with that, Taz starts making his way towards the couple. It's been about an hour.
Sure.
Okay.
The couple is now down. They're moving around. They're part of the crowd now. And the father sees you coming and is like, oh, Balnazar, come here.
Close enough, my lord.
Bones
Close
is here.
enough, yeah. My friends call me Taz.
Taz. Daughter, Buttercup, come here. Fillmore, Filament, whatever your name is.
Jeez.
The
I lean
dwarf
in.
scowls.
I lean
heavily.
into the dwarf and I'm like, we all know it's Hildar, my friend.
They come in close and they're looking at you eagerly, anxious, sort of, right? Who's this stranger? And drunken dad is like, this is Taz. Taz comes. He's on his way to the monastery, and tradition dictates one must not turn travelers away. Always important to show hospitality. So, Taz here has been enjoying the festivities. It's a pleasure to meet you. And Fillmore, the dwarf, or Hildar as you keep calling him, Fillmore Hildar, his full name, of Blackstone.
It's a good name.
It's a mighty name.
Yeah. He continues to scowl the entire time. He's been smiling most of the night, but like in your presence, it's just scowling. But it might not be you necessarily that he's scowling at. Your passive insight kind of picks up that he seems annoyed with his father-in-law. Meanwhile, Persephone, she looks at you and she's like, "It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I thank you for blessing us with your visit. The travelers at a wedding is a good omen for a happy marriage."
Indeed, milady, it is so. Among the elves, they say, and I say an elven thing, because I'm not going to try to say one right now.
Vanya Sule.
Yeah, among the elves, they say, Varanath Qualane, which means, let your blessings be tenfold among those you love, when you love them next to your hearth and home, amongst the trees.
Thank you. Fucking thank you. I was waiting for that. Sorry, shut up.
Oh, good. That was great. Off the cuff.
The elves truly do have a single word for everything, don't they?
It's true, their language, so succinct.
Well, thank you.
At any rate, if you don't mind, I would like to make a small speech on your behalf and perhaps offer my blessing for your marriage.
I'm not really so sure about that, traveler. Well, I welcome you to our festival.
Ding, 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 ding.
It's like
It might not necessarily be your place to be making speeches for... as a guest.
Might be that I am a guest, indeed. I do not know you or your lovely wife. But one thing that I do know is the union of two people that are sure to last. And as I'm like saying this, I kind of like, when I say like a sure to last, like I look at the wife, you know, and I kind of like make eye contact with her. And one thing, above all, that is certain is on the day of a man's marriage, he becomes the ruler of his house. And none other may tell him what to do from that point forward. Am I right, my friend Hildar? You are now the head of your household. You are in charge, my friend. Do not be so despondent on your day of marriage. And I'm like obviously alluding to the fact that like you don't gotta worry about this dude no more. You know, like I know you're a little annoyed by this guy, but you're about to be the head of household.
Aye, Lord, I understand. Just breaks with tradition is all.
Indeed. Well, you know, sometimes things aren't as traditional as they could be. I know a little bit about the customs of this place, right?
A little bit.
Is it customary for a dwarf and a human woman to get married?
That union happens. It's not the most common, but it happens.
Okay. So I lean on that a little, and I'm like, sometimes unconventional marriages and loves can not only survive, but thrive in the place of a more conventional love. And it's all the more blessed when they do. And if you don't wish to accept my blessing, then I understand. I simply offer it.
You may speak your piece here to us, though traditionally, travelers and people outside the family just don't make speeches and such. I'd not want to sour the mood, but you may speak to us.
Well, much of what I have to say I've said already. I think you make a lovely couple. I think that you will make a fine head of household, and your wife will make a fine partner for you throughout your journeys in life. And as I say this, I like touch them each on their shoulder and everything. And I'm like, be well with the two of you, and enjoy your union together. And ceremony completes.
Oh, thank you, friend Balthazar. Those are kind words indeed.
And like at that moment, like just like a sort of like ethereal like forms on the wind of like a bunch of like elven stags and some other stuff. They sort of like trample through one of the streets or whatever. They don't like hurt anything or whatever. They're like ethereal.
Four or five people scream.
Yeah. It's kind of like it's like a version of fireworks basically. It's like doves, sort of. You know, they like. They just sort of travel through the crowd and everything.
So the dragon at the beginning of the Fellowship of the Ring.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody screams, they duck, they kind of move, and then like a light show, and everybody applauds.
Yeah, and ceremony goes off. Yeah. And I take my bow, step away from the crowd, and fade into the back.
Drunken father leans in. Oh, magic caster, how are you? I had no idea that. Quite the show. Quite the show. Have you been to the open bar yet?
I have, actually. I have some friends there waiting for me.
Oh, fantastic. I shall join you.
And I head back to the bar.
Shit, he's bringing back the stepdad. Hey! How's it going?
By this time, I have like my arm around him.
Father-in-law to be. Cheers.
What the hell? I mean, who the hell are you? I mean, welcome, traveler, to this, the day of my daughter's wedding.
I'm the Drake. I'm sorry, Drake.
And this is our new friend Jester. He assures me those are perfectly normal.
I wave with my attendant.
Yes.
Clown or fish?
Fish.
He grabs the mug and then he turns and leaves the party behind.
I was just about to introduce Cormac.
That's
Okay. I bet that happens a lot.
okay. Wow, he is puking a lot.
Yeah.
Now,
You did see my face.
very.
God, it's still coming
That
out.
was a good point.
Yeah.
Jester, you look like a man with something on his mind. Is that true?
Well, he did stay here silent the whole time he did that speech.
In awe, no doubt. It was marginally adequate. Not my best, I admit. I was a little off my game.
Hold on, I write my thoughts down.
So you have a journal?
No. Piece of paper.
What's that say, huh? Oh, sorry.
It
Seems
says
personal.
my thoughts have told me that there's people here that are not remembering the other people.
Are you one of them? Do you remember yourself?
Well, of course I remember.
What's your name?
My name is Jester.
Checks out.
Yeah, Jester from the West, of course.
Yes,
Yeah.
Jester from the West. He
Far
told
west.
us this.
Sorry, far west.
Far west.
You know, I've been all the way to the shore.
Farther than that.
Wait, now we must press this issue. Because if you don't remember where you're from and you just start saying the West, we have to investigate. But if you're being cagey and you just don't want to tell us...
No. West. The far west.
Okay.
It's a place.
Okay.
All right.
beyond the horizon.
So, back to the point. You said that there's people here that can't remember... What?
Other people.
Other people. Like
Yeah,
their
like-
friends and family? Or
Yeah,
like that there's murder or something like that hiding in the group?
well, there's people that have gone missing.
Okay, start with that.
Just
What?
just a couple of people. You know.
How?
How do you know?
This is a bad place to talk. There is a lot of noise happening.
Cormac, are you finished? Are you
So-
okay to?
We
I
can
do
retire.
look around. Do I notice any magic?
I'd like to make a perception check. Is anybody watching us?
Roll.
I mean, Taz, there's probably a lot of people watching us. We stick out.
Yeah, but like, is anyone watching us? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, like staring. There's probably lots.
8. Pretty sure Taz thinks everyone's watching us.
You kind of look around and
Are there any trees nearby?
We're in the middle
No.
of a town, right?
Market Square.
Okay.
Is there an alleyway?
Yes.
It's like the side of a saloon.
Follow me over here.
Follow us.
Follow the dead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's okay.
He's a trusted
I won't
friend.
eat you yet. Come on over here.
Does he bite?
Yes.
Hard. So as soon as we get to the other side of the main thoroughfare end of the alleyway, I take my foot and I draw a 10-foot circle on the ground and just say, sit, sit. I can make sure that no one hears us or sees us.
Okay, I'll sit.
Magic. I love magic.
I start casting. Go ahead, speak amongst yourselves. We'll be covered in about 10 minutes.
I grab a chair, I flip it around, sit on it like this,
Oh, yeah.
and
In the alley?
yeah.
Yeah, there's a chair there for some reason.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I grab a crate and I do this.
You gotta sit down. It's mud.
Yeah.
In a few moments, the translucent dome whoop,
I sit on it
forms
like,
over
like
the top
Elle
of us.
does. Anyways, I just got here a couple days ago, looking for my friend Midge. Yeah. Anyways, that's besides the point.
Midge.
He no one knows him, but he's been here for a very long time.
So he's a local.
He's a local, and no one seems to remember him.
Everyone has forgotten Midge.
Yes.
Hmm.
And I don't think that's a forgettable face.
Or name.
Could he have gone by another name?
That's not possible.
Okay.
He would never.
If I had a name like Midge, I'd always go by that.
Yeah.
So, where is it that Midge lives?
Shoes not out there left.
Do I know where Midge lives?
Yeah.
He lives
East. to the far east of the city.
the far east of this city.
I'm
Yes.
sensing a theme here.
Your vagueness. Slide it in. It's kind of nice.
Did you investigate his home? Were there any signs of a struggle? Is Midge there?
I knocked on his door,
You knocked on his door. And then what happened?
and then he didn't answer.
And you left?
Well, of course. I went to go see if he was in town. If you don't answer your door, that means you're not home.
So
So I went.
you
And,
asked people in town where Mitch was, right?
Yeah, and they don't know.
So
Everyone knows Midge.
wait a minute. So you went and knocked on Midge's door, and he didn't answer.
Yeah.
And then your next logical step was to just go start asking people if they've seen Midge
Well,
around?
not just anyone.
that-
he
that's
came to
what you
town
would-
to look for him. It was quite logical.
That's what you would do. Your friend doesn't answer his door. He's not home. So you
Okay.
go and ask his friends where Midge went.
Did you like check the
okay.
window at least, like and look inside to see who's there?
It's very ordinary to me.
I mean,
So no signs of a struggle. The door wasn't like wide open or
Door
anything.
was-
or like
Obviously, you knocked
ajar.
on it.
The door was closed. I knocked on it.
You see any scuff marks?
Okay.
No, it was perfectly fine to me.
Is Midge the type of person to travel?
Occasionally, but I was supposed to meet him.
So he was expecting you.
Well, so he's
Yes.
punctual.
Okay. Well, perhaps we should go back to Midge's house.
So
Is he
you'd
the
be
type to
rude,
be at
but
this
okay.
party? Would he be at the party at all?
Midge does not like to be in the party. He would watch from a window somewhere.
Excellent. We should check the windows on the way there.
Does Midge like humanoid?
Yeah, is Midge a bird?
Midge looks like me.
Oh,
Ah.
okay.
Okay, yeah. So that would stick out a lot. I
Yeah.
mean, people would recognize a guy with 4 arms.
Wait a second. Are you Midge?
Of course not.
Okay.
I'm Jester from the west.
Right.
And he's Midge from the east.
Right. That is serendipitous. Okay, so I think we should go to Midge's house then. See if there
Say
are
so.
any signs of a struggle.
Do you know how to get there?
You've been there.
I know. But do you know how to get there?
No.
Okay, then everyone must follow me.
I figured we'd leave. Oh, okay. Can I do an insight check on him? Is he lying?
Do you know where
You can do
Midge's
an
house
insight
is?
check on him.
Of course I know where Mitch's house is. I open my paper. Yeah, I know where he is.
18?
You suspect he might be a fool. But he's honest.
Okay.
Honest fool.
Before we walk, how long has he been gone for?
Let me check my note here.
You had to write your thoughts down almost as if you had forgotten them.
Oh my god, is Midge, like, slowly leaving your memory right now, and you have to keep writing it down, otherwise you'll forget?
I look for tattoos.
No, Mitch has claws. I have tentacles.
Wait, what?
Anyways, it seems that he's lived here for a year. What was the question?
How long has he been missing?
Oh,
I fear this spell is getting worse, or whatever is affecting you. I don't see why you're laughing, Taz. This is terrible.
Serious
This could be
business.
affecting us soon. What if you or I disappear? Or
okay.
even
No, I
Netball?
don't know how long he's been gone because no one remembers him.
Okay.
That's a good point.
When was the last time you saw him?
Several moons ago.
Fuck. That pans out. Let's check his house then. See if
This
he's been
gives
missing
me
for
a
7
lot of
moons.
sense. Yeah, maybe we should go and check out Midge's house. I mean, is that the most pressing thing that's happening right now? Yeah, I guess it is.
What else are you gonna do? You know?
No, nothing.
I mean, I would have enjoyed a wedding.
We just enjoyed the wedding. We were there for over an hour. What were you doing?
Well, I can't really mingle. I stick out.
Yeah, that's true.
You stick out.
Were you mingling? Huh? Did you have a good time at that party?
Have a great time.
I guess I wasn't trying.
Well, lead the way then to Midge's house.
You start following
Start doing.
gesture
I spin around.
He pulls out a little map of paper.
to the east. You start following him east. Being that it is a small town, it's really only about 10 minutes walking distance away from where you are now.
Does he like start heading north and we have to like adjust him to the east?
Probably.
Is it the most east house there is?
Yeah, the far east.
Yeah, like the very edge of the town. Like,
It's actually the road
Yeah.
that it's on. You get there, it's like Far East Road.
Far East Avenue.
yeah.
There it is. Lives,
Yeah.
on, lives on Far East.
Yeah, at the very end, there's like a T intersection. It's like the east you can get.
It's really a good way to name your streets.
Listen, you just go far east until you hit the end of east you can get.
Right?
But you know, to get to East Street, travel in an easterly direction.
You'll get there.
As you are traveling through the area, you do pass by a scene that kind of catches your attention. You see that there's a few people who are standing at a blacksmith shop. They're an elderly blacksmith, a human. Mutt looks to be in his late 80s, with striking silver eyes, very clear, coherent, thoughtful. But you see that his hands are, as he's like trying to hold his hammer, they're crippled with seemingly with arthritis or old age. And there are people who are beginning to raise their voices with the blacksmith. And you overhear a couple of words like, "It's time for you. It's time, Jorgen. Time for you to retire. You've been at it too long. Give up the business. Give it to your apprentice." "I will not retire. It's not my time yet. I can still hold it. I can still..." And then his apprentice, you can tell from the blacksmith apron, easily pulls the hander from his crippled old hands. And he's like, "No! No!" And he drops to his knees. "I can still hold it. I'm still the blacksmith. I'm still your journeyman. I'm still the master blacksmith. You've done all you can, Jorgen. It's time to retire." They kind of spy you and what's going on, and you get a good look at the apprentice. He sort of shoulder length hair. He sweeps his hair back for just a second, and you see that he's blind in one eye, and a few other people who are in the area, young, like the apprentice. They all kind of look. They hold the hammer. We'll talk about it again in the morning, Jorgen. We'll talk in the morning. Have a good night. And
do they actually seem to care, or does it seem like they're bullying him? Like, what's happening here?
it looks like both.
Okay.
But you can tell that Jorgen the blacksmith is very upset with everything. He grips at his hand. It's almost like kind of clawed and hooked from the years of smithing that he has done. And he kind of just sits on his knees and openly weeps. And you continue on. There's not a lot to see or do any further. The four younger men all leave, including the apprentice. And you make your way to Midge's house.
This is it.
Yeah, this is it.
Okay.
This might be a really good time for one of our very short 5-minute breaks.
Take a quick break.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna get some drinks.
Yep.
Everyone, do the same.
What does Midge's house look like, really quick?
It looks like kind of like Shrek's shack from that popular movie Shrek.
Oh yeah.
In the swamp.
Yeah, but it's not a swamp.
But that's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
His house there.
Yeah.
Straw, dirt floor, wooden beams.
Rough wooden door.
There's an outhouse. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
All right, think on that. We'll be back in 5.
Wow. We're back.
Oh, yeah, buddy.
Hello.
Are we back?
Hello.
John moved that way about 5 inches.
Sorry.
Maybe 3 inches. Thank you, sir. We're back! Quick break. New beverage.
This is a game that's back.
Mm-hmm. It is.
So
We reached the house.
Yeah.
remind us.
I don't think I've ever watched Shrek all the way through.
Are you serious? You saw
Does-
the house though. at the
Why
beginning,
does this
right?
surprise you?
Yeah, but the house is at
The house
the beginning
is
of it.
beginning.
I can't remember it.
It's just a shack, guys. It's just a shack.
Just Waddle and Daub house.
Waddle and Daub House. Thank you, because now I have a mental image. I had to picture it. I was trying to. What else?
Shack-
Tell me.
shack.
Paint a scene for me, Gabe.
There's one window on the side. Like use the front door. It's like a circle shack.
Oh yes,
One
Midge's
window on the
watching
side.
window.
Yeah. He's got a good row of the street because the drive walkway for carriages and stuff comes up like this.
Oh, it's
You
good
can-
design.
You can see people coming from the window, so he doesn't have to go to the front door.
East Street was like they were planning on expanding the city down that way, but they just haven't yet. So
Yeah, they probably stopped when old man Midge moved in.
yeah, he wouldn't.
Yeah, nobody wanted to move to the east side.
Or they forgot.
Yeah.
Like the street
They
ends.
forgot.
It's just like
It's
that
a cul-de-sac
caution
with a
tape.
single house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. So there's one window.
There's yeah.
Midge's watching window, and that watches the street.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So anyone coming up. So if Midge was in there, he might be at that window right now.
Yeah, he would be. Which is why when I knocked, no one answered.
All right.
Good
So
alarm because he wasn't in his window, and he didn't answer the door. She should have.
I'm gonna go up to Midge's watching window while Jester goes up to the front door, and I presume knocks again because I want to see what's going on inside when he knocks.
You get up to the window, you knock on the door. The glass itself is dirty, dust-covered, single panes of glass that are set into a wood frame. Every panel yay big, and it's dark inside. You can't see anything on the inside of this house. You knock on the door, nobody answers.
Is the chimney got any smoke?
Nothing.
But can I see in there at all, like vaguely, like vague shapes, not like in no
The
detail or
light
definition,
of
but
the day only manages to illuminate a portion of a table and a chair set up next to the window. The rest of the hut is much too dark inside for you to get a good look at. You try to peer through, hands on the glass, peering in. You kind of get a sense that it's mostly just a single room cottage. Make out the vague shape of a stove, a wood stove, and baskets, maybe a bed. Hard to say.
Jester, did you check to see if this place is locked?
Good idea. I jiggle the doorknob.
You
Or
just
latch.
jiggle it.
Yeah,
Or
like oh yeah, to see if it has resistance or if it freely opens.
it opens.
Oh,
I step back 20 feet.
oh yeah. Open it.
The door.
Everybody get back!
The door opens up, and roll for initiative.
Oh my god!
oh shit!
I got a 2.
Oh no! Oh, we got rid of the red blanket. Everything's roll on the table now.
Oh yeah!
No more caught.
13.
13.
Feel it, buddy.
You hit the thing when it stopped at 7.
There you are.
20!
Big chonker.
What are you doing? Where are you at?
+8.
You're like way in the back though, right?
Wow.
I'm-
I'm at the door.
I'm at the
Yeah,
window.
you're at the door,
Do I
you're
need
at
to
the
roll
window.
initiative?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I got a time to run away, so I'm still at the door.
Damn, 19.
As he opens up the door and it lets light in, you see this black creature down low at the bottom. It runs, it dashes, and goes straight towards your new friend Midge. The two of you at the door, you see this thing come out of the darkness, and it runs right for Midge, and you hardly have any time to react before you realize it's a house cat. And it runs up to Midge and like immediately goes into your leg and kind of like
It runs up to who?
Midge.
Midge?
He's
Yeah.
not. He's not Midge.
Sorry,
who?
not Midge. I meant
Giving the game away.
I forget the character's name.
Jester.
Jester.
Yeah. It runs up to Jester and purrs and rubs right up against your leg. The smell on the inside of the house, it stinks. Cat piss.
Ooh.
And
Does it always?
Yeah, would I know if the cat is well?
Midge is a clean person, and you know his cat.
Does the cat look skinny or well plump?
Yes. It looks as if it is hungry.
Yeah. Does anyone have any snacks, rations? This poor cat has been starving.
Yes.
What's the
Yeah,
cat's
did you
name?
just say? Of
What
course
is the
we have
cat's name?
rations.
You know it.
Larry.
Is that spelled magically? Like, is there a K in there?
Silent K.
Yeah.
Yeah, silent K.
Silent K.
Before the Y.
Yeah.
Larry.
He's a silent K.
That's a proper fantasy name.
Yeah. Tess is gonna walk around from the window and observing this situation and the smell and everything. I kind of like squeeze by my friends and step inside to start looking around. At this point, I'm starting to get really concerned about what might be going on here.
Yeah. Passive perception picks up, you see that there is a food bowl for a cat down on the ground. It is empty. There is a bowl out on a countertop. It has spoiled milk, clearly a few days old, minimum. A couple of flies buzzing here and there. There's cat feces. There's the stench of cat urine.
How old does the fire look? Does it?
Well, nothing else in here has been touched for days. There is no hint of a recent fire.
Okay. Signs of a struggle? Any bodies?
The bed is unmade.
The bed's unmade. What
There
about
is
like?
There is bread out on a countertop, molding.
Is there like boots? The type of clothing somebody would need to go out of the house?
Yeah,
No, I mean
Is
like.
it dark in here?
yeah.
Take a little sand from my pocket, sprinkle it over one of my leather-bound books, and I blow it into the air. And they form into 5 bolts, little balls of light that float in the room like candles.
Melts.
Dancing lights illuminates the entire place, and it brings to mind just how much you can see. What you're seeing is mostly spoiled food, things that have been left out, and the leavings of a cat that has been trapped inside for days.
Okay.
Can I make a survival check to see how long this cat might have been living in here?
Based on the poops, I think you could probably figure it out.
And the smell of the pee. Nope.
Just
It's
count,
too,
just count
it's
the
too
poops.
strong.
Yeah.
Just too damn
Count
strong.
the poops. Count them.
Yeah, so with my survival of 8 plus 3, I don't know. 11 doesn't do it, I don't think.
Not really.
So
You do see that there is a wash basin with soiled water. Seems that the cat's had a source of water, so it has not died of thirst or dehydration, but it's definitely famished. You can tell by looking at the animal's bones that in its rib cage sticking out that it hasn't been neglected for days.
It couldn't have been many moons, so. We know that it's been shorter than months because this is not Moody saying this is John. We know it hasn't been months because he said many moons the last time he saw him. So, and the cat's not dead, and it must have been eating something. So, yeah.
Are there any clues?
Has the bread?
I can't tell. The smell is so bad.
Has
I
the
think
bread
I
been
puked.
being
You see me hold my
by the
mouth.
Cat.
There's a couple of spots where you see that the bread has kind of been chewed on, but by something much smaller than a cat. And then you kind of see the rotted remains of a mouse that must have been caught some time ago. The cat probably has been getting some sustenance from rodents coming in, but not enough to keep it sustained and healthy.
Okay, well, since we presumably been the only people here, we should go outside and look for footprints in the dust and the dirt. See if we can identify the kind of creatures that have been going through here.
I can do that. Anything to get me away from the smell.
Mooney,
walking outside.
before you go, may I see the 8-ball?
Oh, yeah. Make sure you don't use it a third time. I hand it to you.
Perfect.
I guess I'll do a perception in the room.
I'll do perception outside the house.
Mm, 12.
Outside of the apparent stuff that you see, the rotted food, the unmade bed, and leavings of a cat, there's not a whole lot here that's really catching your eye. It looks to be just a very modest dwelling. There's some gardening equipment leaned up against the door behind the front door that you opened, and all of it's covered in dry dirt. Whatever it's been used for last, it's lost all sources of water. It's caked in dry dust
It's
now.
just dried up. Okay.
More signs pointing to the fact that whoever lives here hasn't been here in days.
Okay. Outside?
22.
There's no signs of anybody on the outside.
Yeah. I expected that. I'm looking through it, I'm like, rain must have got it.
I use the 8-ball. I whisper to it, "Will we find anything useful here?"
Ooh, that's a good job.
And that's what I say.
The 8-ball replies with a vision of you going through the house, lifting things up. You see a constellation like of the inside of the hut, misty and full of stars, and the figures of you and your party circling around, but seemingly turning around empty-handed.
Very well. I suggest that we take this feline back to our wagon with us. You have a friend there by the name of Samdi who, as I understand it, has developed an affinity for nature.
Before we do that, I walk up to the window that he stares out of. Do I see anything special that he within that line of sight?
Just the road back to town.
Yeah.
That was a good idea, though.
Does he have a plot of land that he gardens?
Do you go outside and look?
Yeah, that's right.
You head out and you take a look at the area, and you come to a spot where there's simple root vegetables and grains, and you can see that it is becoming overrun by weeds and destroyed by insects.
Can I do like a nature check or something like that to figure out how long it's been since it was tended properly?
Yeah.
That's pretty good. 25.
It's been anywhere between 7 to 10 days.
Okay.
Yikes.
I return. Okay, I have a pretty good guesstimate at this point. Your friend has been missing for over a week. Maybe 2.
And how long have you been here? A few days, you said?
Yeah.
Asking about him.
I got the cat.
Were you late
Of course not.
when you came to meet him?
It was a day early.
You were a day early.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no reason why you should have missed him. Well, I think our best lead right now is that kitty. I think we should take Larry back to the wagon, make sure he's well fed, and not too terribly afraid of Samdi, and perhaps he can speak with him on our behalf.
Maybe don't let him hold him.
That is a good idea.
I didn't see a lot of cats in the,
Samdi is no
Yes,
longer a
yes, yes.
vagrant. We feed him well.
It's not about. It's more for the hunt. But anyway,
Not much of a hunt. The
Don't
thing is,
worry.
it's also an animal.
Yes, it's barely a morsel.
Yeah, don't you
One
worry.
such as he.
Here, have more loot, Fisk.
Zombie's gonna be so mad. He's gonna be like, alright, so I found out everything you need to know, whatever, about the cat and everything, but you guys seriously thought I would have eaten him? He told me everything! Okay. Yeah. So I guess back to the wagon.
Back to the wagon. Nakma, Corgram,
There's been a murder or some sort of disappearance that we have.
Alent,
Witness.
and Samedi seem to have set up a makeshift camp, sort of on the outskirts of town, not far away from where you are now, looking for a place where the wagon would be comfortable and a campfire tolerated.
What's up, my monsters?
And as you approach, you see Samedi there tending towards a series of small animals of some sort, of unknown origin, that are on a spit and roasting over a fire.
Good, so that's taken care of. We don't have to worry about the cat after all.
Just gonna assume that he was gonna eat him.
So perhaps you can speak with somebody.
You overhear Corgan say to Samedi, "You know that was someone's pet." Meat is meat. Feed. Crunch of bones. Good.
I think I've figured out his wrestling name. I'll tell him at the very end of this.
I like it. Well, he's your friend, the Drake. Do I have to call you the Drake every time?
No, you say Drake to me, and then when you present me to people, you say, "This is the Drake."
Okay, fair enough.
Every time I say this, you see like a little scarf go like this.
It's a scarf now.
Yeah, it's all that's left from all that acid.
Okay, I love it. Okay, Drake. Well, go talk to your friend, Samdi.
Oh.
No, we brought another one.
No, this one's not for eating.
Good.
May I speak with you, somebody?
Yes. You, not for eating.
No. Is that a dog?
Dog. It's meat.
It is now. You didn't even take the paws off. Later. Anyway, can you speak to this? His name's Larry.
Speak to it.
Yeah, it's a cat. There was a murder or some sort of disappearance, and this is the only witness.
It's like an adorable cat, but it's bony, and it's like, and he's like,
Like boots.
Yeah.
yes, I speak to meat. What do you wish to know?
It's not meat. It's Larry.
It is meat.
Larry. It's with a K. Silent.
Is that Elven for meat?
Sure.
No. Anyway. So,
As in action.
when did ask him when his master went? Like, disappeared.
Samedi begins casting a minor magic spell, a level 1, and with a sort of herb and poultices from his component pouches, puts it down and his eyes dilate. The cat kind of just looks back and struggles a little bit in your hands, tries to get like out of your hands and behind, or like it's panicked a little bit, and after a bit of grunting and sounds from somebody and the cat Larry, he looks back to you and is like, "This meat has been alone for many cycles, many days, many nights. Normal day. Ugly creature like this one. Ugly meat. Leaves home. Comes back. Feeds young furry meat. Larry meat. Ugly meat has been gone for many days. Looks like this ugly meat. Smells like this ugly meat. Not this meat.
You seen he's a cat?
No. I'm saying this meat is ugly.
Oh, you're talking about this guy?
Yes.
I'm sorry, we didn't introduce you. This is our colleague? Client.
Acquaintance.
Client.
client?
Jester.
Partners.
What?
Yeah.
No.
No?
No.
Too
We
soon?
not eat this one.
I don't think so. It doesn't look safe.
I've never tasted such a horrendous looking creature.
Because you never will.
It saddens me.
I think you have enough meat for tonight, Somdi.
But what about tomorrow?
Jester's not on the menu.
Yeah.
Neither is Larry, and my tentacles slap something.
Oh, my lord.
I once tasted sausages from a dwarf. Similar? No.
No.
It looks like you
read
have
the-
sausage rolls coming out of your sides.
Let's not digress too far. Drake,
No,
did anyone visit that was unusual? Did Larry see any visitors?
No visitors.
no, he said he just left.
Did he seem distressed, angry? Was he stomping? Did he slam the door? Was he in a hurry? Was he scared?
He left home every day, like he always leaves home, and then comes back with food.
Did he forget to bring food one day?
What food was it?
He brings food for him, the gross plant foods your kind eat. And then also sometimes fish or meats for furry meat for Larry. But
That's easy.
one day he never came back.
There can't be many places to get fish in a place like this. Perhaps we go talk to the fishmonger. Perhaps they've seen.
There's a garden here.
He has a garden.
Yeah, so we could have been feeding him from the garden.
Right, but he wasn't feeding him fish from the garden.
No, of course not. But
You ever heard of a fish plant?
So let's find the fishmonger.
Yeah. I bet he knows.
Perhaps we can see if he spoke with Larry
But-
last. Or Midge.
But no one remembers Midge.
do you know what Larry?
You literally talk to everyone in town.
Have you already spoken with the fishmonger?
No.
We should check with him.
Let's check with the fishmonger then.
He's
I
not.
could check with the fishmonger, but from what it seems like is that Midge isn't the only person they're forgetting.
So more people.
Well, we need to.
A poor lad, fell from a roof. Not but the other day. And it was an instant. It was a scene. Everyone was around. He got paralyzed. They know him. Now the next day, they don't know him.
Wait,
What happened to the boy?
yeah.
I don't know.
So, what? Well, he's
But how do you
paralyzed.
know
He-
if you don't know?
He couldn't have just got up and
I
walked
don't
away.
know what happened to him, but he fell off the roof. Splat. Leg no work.
See, we're there in the town
Where,
square.
where would someone go who fell off a roof?
To a medic? Is there a cleric or a healer in town?
Yes.
That would make the most sense. If you were an injured person, you would go to a healer. It's not like they have a...
Perhaps your friend got hurt as well.
Possible.
What did he do for a living? How did he earn money? The thing we use as currency on this planet? It looks like this.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to say what it does.
But is it dangerous?
It's dangerous.
Okay, there you go.
Well, perhaps that is a...
Did I not write it down?
Not what Midge does, no.
Not Midge. The guy who got paralyzed.
Where he went?
The boy?
Whatever.
well,
Did I
we
not-
were asking
sorry.
about Midge.
Did I? Oh, you were. Okay. I
Yeah.
was saying, did
But
I not
yes.
write down what the boy did?
Where... What-
He's a thatcher.
He
I
was
gonna
repairing
say,
the
was
roof.
that
He said,
Thatcher?
yeah.
Thatcher.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
So if
Yeah.
if
I
I
thought
was
you were asking about the kid.
if I was injured,
Yeah.
of course I would ask Cormac for assistance. But Cormac is my healer.
Yes.
Cormac is not the healer of this village.
Right.
So this village must have a healer.
I think
But
you're
what
on
if
to
the healer
something.
So
Fishmonger, healer.
What
Is
if
there
the healer
anybody else
doesn't
we need to
remember?
rough up to get some information?
it's all starting to add up, isn't it? It's always the fishmongers and the healers. I think we should start with the fishmonger. But something tells me that's what they would think. So I think we should actually start with the healer.
But I think they would think that so that they would actually go to the fish pond.
Too much thinking. We must start with the healer. So, with that, I think we actually need to start with our friend, the open bartender. Because surely he knows what the healer is. Many a man has gotten drunk at his open bar and needed a healer.
Knowing where they are would be the first step.
I mean, we could look around. It's not a giant town, guys.
It's a waste of time. I go to the open bar today.
As of right now, camp is set, dinner prepared. The town itself is pretty much tucked in for the night, and all of the shops are closed. This particular small town does not have an inn or much of a tavern that's going to be out open late. So you are forced to rest for the night. Out of options.
We can't just knock on her door?
Taz is like looking for
No,
the bartender.
you don't know where he lives.
Closing time.
We can't just knock on somebody's door and ask?
You're going to knock on everyone's door until you find out where this guy lives who doesn't even have a tavern.
Didn't help us find
There
Mason.
must be security
Whoa,
on the
whoa,
streets of some
whoa.
Put his
kind.
face on the milk cartons.
Face on milk cartons. What? What is a milk carton?
Well, everyone needs milk, right?
You store milk in glass bottles.
We'll put his face
You
on
have
those.
cartons where you come from? That's as weird as bags.
What land do you hail from,
Could-
stranger?
I've told you.
No, you really didn't, but that's okay.
You said the west, the far west.
And weren't we just at the east? The far east?
Wait, so you live on this side of the town?
Perhaps there is a god. Look around for a god on the road.
You haven't seen your friend for many moons?
Or a tavern?
You live on two different
No
sides
tavern.
of this small podunk village.
Supposed to stay on the ground? You're not.
What are we? Small toddlers tonight? Do we not wish to rest?
You can stay in
We
our
fight our
carriage, I suppose.
bedtimes.
Nope. Small town. No tavern, no inn.
No gods? No
No.
one walks the street.
They if they have a threat, they rise up a fight.
Any drunks walking home?
No.
Then we are knocking on the first door.
You rest for the night.
God damn it.
Oh, guys, let me show you this real quick. Somebody, come here.
Yes.
Alright, just like I showed you. And we start doing a wrestling performance, right? And nobody actually gets hurt. We make it look like we're getting hurt.
He turns into a giant ape.
This isn't part of the script. Ah! Alright, that's the end of the night for me.
So you guys do a routine, a wrestling routine?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
It's Godzilla versus
An
King
exhibition
Kong.
match?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's Godzilla versus Kong.
Except for... God damn it! I will break this cup! We're not having this. Anyway.
Smaller.
Something I said?
Mm-hmm. Tiny Godzilla.
Oh, jeez.
I won't even, acknowledge that.
So why are you short, friend? Why are you little
You just
man?
come out and say that? Why do
Little
you have
lizard.
Why do you have tentacles coming out of your side?
Well, I know... Okay, touche.
I was
Okay,
cursed
touche.
by a lich, basically. It wasn't on purpose. I mean, it didn't seem like it was intentional for him. It just seemed like one of the traps he set up at the very end. It seemed like everybody was going to get hit with something. And I'm just lucky I didn't turn old. Otherwise, I would have died.
Do you
Nakma, you're doing okay, right?
do you like being short? Do you enjoy it?
I would imagine he doesn't.
Not so much, but I can live with it.
Well,
It'll be funny to beat my allies and pie May one day. It's this small.
if you would like, I could enlarge you.
I told you I don't need your goddamn pity. I storm off.
You rest for the night and awake early the next day, intent on finding this barkeep or a fishmonger or a nurse or a apothecary or whoever. And upon your return back through town, you come across that same blacksmith shop.
In the morning, I'm doing a telepathic bond ritual between us.
Yes.
Besides him, right?
No, he's included.
No. Damn it.
Korgrim, Samadhi, Alent, and Nakmal all accompany all of you. It's a full party as you make your way into town. You come across that previous blacksmith shop, and you see the young apprentice and his striking silver gray eyes as he works hot metal upon the anvil.
The apprentice.
Yes.
Taz walks up.
Good day, my lord. Service I can do for you. Strike while the iron's hot. Anything I can get for you? Horseshoes, perhaps? No. You're a bit more of an adventurer. I could craft you a decent helm. Give me 3 days. Secrets don't make friends.
What, their name?
Yeah, his name's Jargon.
Oh.
Yeah, that was the master, the journeyman, Yargon.
Of which we don't see right now.
Of which we don't see. So, thank you. That was a very kind greeting and astute, if I might add. I am indeed an adventurer. My name is Balthazar. To whom do I have the pleasure of speaking?
My name is Trayson.
Trayson.
Yes.
Pleasure to meet you, Trayson.
Thank you. I'm the town's blacksmith, as you can see.
Do I detect a hint of pride in his voice when he says that?
Oh, indeed. Yes, he is very proud.
And your friend, Yargon, I see that
Who?
he must be resting.
What?
Yargon,
I don't know that name.
the man whom this establishment previously, the man who trained you.
He panics for a second and looks up, and it says like Yargan's Smithing and Supply, and he's like, "No, yes. There was a Yargan. He left the shop all to me, and he's out of town. He's visiting family. Traveled up north. He did.
The far north, I presume.
Yes. He has family all the way up in Fjorta.
Of course, no doubt. And how fortuitous of you to have inherited such a fine
Oh, indeed. If
venture.
he went up there to reconcile with his wife. He may
No
never
doubt.
return,
He may never.
but I thank him for all of his blessings and everything he taught me. Well, I better
And
be closing up shop then.
If you were to
I
say,
thank you so much for coming by and visiting. I'm tired. I have duties to attend to. Thank you.
why, lad, it's
No,
9 a.m. in the morning.
I said I'm closing up shop.
You're closing up
I'm
shop for the
closing
day.
up shop.
Well, I've said
You need to leave now. You are no longer welcome.
Well, I have good coin to spend.
That's
And I flash a little bit of our adamantine that we have.
no.
And I'd like to make a persuasion check.
I'm going to allow you to say something persuasive.
Okay.
But I'm not going to allow a roll.
Oh.
Having just inherited such a fine establishment as the one that you have here, surely you're not in a position to turn away customers paying with such valuable coin. And that's when I flash the adamantine.
Yet I am in a position to turn away meddlers and outsiders from town. And he plunges his hot iron into the quench, and he moves into the building and closes the door, and you hear a wooden block deadbolted shut.
Could I stop him from closing the door?
You can try.
I will try to stop it with my foot. I block it. And I look at Nakma, I'm like, yeah, he helps me too.
Taz, do you want me to suggest that he tells us something?
Suddenly, you, Nakma, and Korgrim, and Alent, and everyone is busting at the door, and he tries to slam it shut. You were about to take 1d4 bludgeoning damage, but with Nakma at your back, you guys push the door open. You see the blacksmith Trayson fall to the ground and stumble backwards as he looks up and scoots a little bit, almost in terror at the fact that these unknown people are breaking into his home. He's like, what are you going to do?
I rush forward, grab him by his collar.
No! Unhand me!
Listen here, you
Unhand
little
me!
shit.
I
I
shut the
seen
door
what
behind
happened
him,
last night
and
with
we
the
stand
blacksmith.
outside.
No,
I seen
no,
the way he treated that crippled old man, yanking the hammer from his hands like a fiend.
He left to retire. He retired.
Really? And what does retire mean in the town of Desco? Because if it means anything other than relaxing in his home with his wife, enjoying the fruits of his labor for all his years, then you and I are going to have a problem.
Well, then we have a problem already. He has no wife. He's gone. He had nobody.
Is Yargon dead?
No.
Inside check.
Go ahead. Roll.
What are you looking at? Keep walking. We're standing out front.
Fuck! So bad.
You can. He's panicked. for reasons. Creatures in his home, sort of. But he, you don't know. You don't know if he's lying or not.
I've never been that good at telling whether or not people are being honest with me. And so I've developed a way around that. I just assume everyone's lying. And if that's what you're doing here to me today, it won't be hard to find out. The man has a home. He has people who know him. He can't have gotten far. He's a cripple. You say he's traveling north. He can't have gotten far along the road.
You'll get no answers.
The jig is up, Tracy.
You'll get no answers from anyone here in town.
I think it's time that we
Why?
employ...
Wait, I want to... Hold on, it's okay. I get up to the man with a nice, gentle manner. I brush off his shoulders.
What are you going to do to me?
It's okay.
Aberration! Spawn of Valabar!
It's okay.
His pots and pans clatter to the ground.
Do we still have the cat?
Oh, Larry.
Yeah, I bring out Larry like, here, hold my cat. And I would... It's okay. He's nice. He's a nice cat.
You heard that cat, I'll fucking kill you.
Well,
He pushes the cat away. I don't want the cat. I want you all to leave.
Hold on a second.
This is my shop.
Now tell me. With Tracy, is it?
Yes.
Now where did the old man go? I roll for persuasion. 19.
good roll.
Jorgen retired.
Where did he retire to?
He's staying at the Shady Oaks Infirmary and Retirement Center.
And which part of town would that be located in?
It's the far north.
Far north. See? we would be
Tess is like, he throws his hands up.
Are you lying to me?
we,
I inside
No!
Plus 8. 21.
He appears to be telling the truth.
Okay, so now we know where we are off to now.
Sorry. I'm really sorry. I should have corrected myself there. It's plus 4.
Oh.
He appears to be telling the truth.
We will be leaving. Brush off his shoulders one more time. Pat his head. Let's go.
I believe we have our destination now. To the north.
The far north.
Still want to hit up that fishmonger.
I don't think we need to. This is enough.
I look at the fishmonger from here. I'm like,
Memory missing, people missing. This is the way to go.
So, before Taz leaves, you all are leaving, right?
yeah, we're like walking out.
I'm like, oh, one thing. I step back inside, and I lean in to Trayson, and I cast a spell, and I say, Forge, and I cast Command, and I just leave this dude at the forge, just like hammering, just like, he wants to be a blacksmith, he wants to make this dude retire, like, I'm making him forge for like however long.
Yeah. And he gets up and immediately goes to the forge, pulls hot metal out with tongs and begins pounding away. A look of worry and concern and confusion across his face. Sweat immediately begins dripping from the heat of the fire. And he works the metal. And you walk away.
Yeah. Alright, gents. Where to? Shady Oaks Retirement Center, I assume? That's what it was called, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Very well.
So,
It's sinister, is it not?
hey,
Shady Oaks.
how old is Minge?
It's hard to say.
But you do recall Midge.
Yeah.
And that he has an age. Right?
Well, yes.
Okay.
He has an age.
Okay, so you haven't forgotten.
It's almost like he was born yesterday, but...
Well, I'm just telling you right now. Like, the two corresponding things here have been like a guy who's been crippled, can't like do anything, and a guy who's too old to like be able to lift a hammer anymore.
Yes, does Midge have an injury? Was he damaged in some way? Did something happen to Midge?
That's something the cat would have told us.
The cat didn't know.
Perhaps if it happened at their home. Xander, find the retirement center. In a few seconds, I look through his eyes, look to the north,
It's
find
small
a
town.
relatively large plot of land, which would
Yeah.
be retirement center.
Small town you're familiar, takes to the sky and circles around. There is a larger building with a somewhat secluded and around a corner. It's partially separated from the town itself. You see that it is a well-manicured area full of cypress trees and olive trees and a dirt road that leads to something that looks like it almost could pass for a wealthy manor or a stable or it has a stable. It looks like the kind of place where wealthy people would come to take their horses racing almost. Open pasture fields and the like. A beautiful estate.
Okay. I lead them.
Yeah. It's a good half hour as you move through town, and on your way you finally get to this particular area, the dirt road leading around, and as you move across and beneath the shade of these cypress trees and olive trees, you finally get to an area, and the windows are dark. The door itself is well made, painted red. The walls are all sort of a white, what's the word?
Plaster?
Opaque.
What?
Plaster?
Like plaster. It's
Stucco?
like a stucco, yeah. And
Bottle and
but it looks to be like a well-maintained property. You just don't see anyone.
No one.
No one.
I just got this horrible feeling in my body. Do you have any black for that door?
Any black?
Yeah, it's a red door.
Should we knock?
It's all good. It's a bad joke. Anyway.
Got it.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, let's knock.
Let's go.
Hold on.
Holding.
Before we go any further, I take a moment and reach out with my divine senses, remembering a time that I, in another life, spent meditating in an elven temple that was, of course, consecrated in the name of Anastellion, so I know what consecration feels like, and I know what desecration feels like. Holy and unholy. I want to know if this place has been consecrated or desecrated at any time in the recent future.
With divine sense,
Mhm.
you don't detect either.
What about undead or otherwise?
You detect Cormac.
And that's it.
At all.
Living impaired.
Indeed. Okay. Well, the grounds are safe, so to speak. They're far from the danger that the Somber Citadel was, so... yeah, let's go to the front door.
Maybe we should back up. I'll knock this time.
You'll knock. Okay. You usually knock.
I reach up on my tippy toes to get to the knocker.
Are you sure you don't want to be...
Get out of here!
Okay.
I actually do step back, like 100 feet. One time my friend got killed by Circle of Death. Anyway. Thunk, thunk, thunk!
If we're gonna take 2 breaks, this might be the exact perfect time to do it.
I think we should play for another 5 minutes or
So
so.
let's do it.
There's an awkward silence and a pause, and just as you are about to knock again, a slider in the door opens up. Hey, there! Yeah, who is it? Who are you?
Is it like eye height for me or like above?
It's above, but he's looking down. It closes. One lower down opens up. Yeah, yes.
Yes. Yes, that's so good. Get back up there.
My master wants to speak with you, and I shake my hand like this to give Taz the come over here sign.
Greetings, man behind the door.
Oh,
To whom do I have the pleasure of speaking? My name is Taz of the Twiceborn. Sorry, almost have it.
Taz the Reborn.
I am Melkina.
Melkina.
Yes,
It's a pleasure to meet you, Melkina.
indeed.
You have such an important job guarding the door.
Yeah, Melkina, the doorsman? No, that's not my title. No, not at all. Melkina, the tender? No, Melkina. Just Melkina.
And Melkina, have we reached the Shady Oaks Retirement Center?
You have indeed. Oh, and who among you is retiring?
Well, you see, we are here on a bit of a, shall you say, a field trip for, I have an ailing father back at my home. He's unable to leave the house until such a time as he makes the trip to his final retiring place. And I have heard great things about the Shady Oaks Retirement Home, and I have brought myself and my friends along.
Well, he sounds like the perfect candidate for retirement. We'll send somebody to your home to pick him up early in the morning. Have a good day.
Unfortunately, Melkina, knock, 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 Melkina, Melkina,
The top one opens up. What?
Melkina. Oh, there you are. Well, you see, the thing is my father is absolutely ambulatory, and if he was to come here, it would have to be, I would be the one bringing him. Of course, it's a son's duty. I simply wish to have a small tour, or perhaps even a guided tour of your facilities. Is there
I
not
have
a
the
head
question.
mistress?
What does your bird see? Aerial view.
Is there any openings, Corvus?
Is there any
Is that it?
trails?
Look for another way in.
There are chimneys, but they're screened, and windows all closed, curtains drawn. The estate itself is in good condition.
Is there a courtyard? Any kind of backyard area where they can garden or be outside?
There is a gazebo in the back, and 4 back doors, all across the area.
Like rooms
Anyone out there?
for like a hotel?
Corgrim and Nakmal kind of look at you and say, perhaps we could create a distraction and you guys could slip in through another area. We have the numbers. We split into 2 teams.
What are you gonna do to distract them?
What?
What will you do to distract them, Corcoran?
Well, we have a big minotaur and a lizard that turns into animals. I'm sure we can think of something to keep the freak at the door
Okay.
occupied.
Just keep the body count low.
Nakma looks down. No promises.
I think I have a way of keeping the freak at the door occupied.
I could just have him open the door.
Of course.
I kind of miss being able to do burglaries, so
Whenever he wished to heist.
You
I
can
do
still
wish
do a
to heist.
burglary, but
I'd like to steal some people. It sounds like a fun joke.
I'm going to tour this facility.
Would you like to be invisible for a while?
Yes.
So I knock on the door one more time.
Mm-hmm.
Melkina,
You're a persistent one.
obey. And I cast command.
I will obey you for 6 seconds.
Open the door.
Okay. Hey, wait a second.
And I step inside.
You try
Thank
to.
you.
But as you try to open it, there's
It's
one
not
final
6
change.
seconds,
I help him push
by
it
the
open,
way.
too.
It's one action because that's not a concentration spell.
I'm pretty sure
You're pretty sure
that if he opens the door, I can walk in.
you could have said open.
What did he say?
But
He said
could've-
obey.
He could have opened.
I said obey, and then I said open the door.
I know it's like that
Just 2
command. when you're-
commands.
It's like when you're telling people to sleep.
But he is
No.
handing the fact that his spell is obey, and then he gave him a command.
You know what?
That's all I'm saying.
We'll talk about it later because
doesn't
you're totally abusing that spell and it doesn't work that way. But
There you go.
we'll go ahead.
I never use it in combat or a serious situation, but this is just a gatekeeper, okay? Can I get through the door?
I mean,
I don't know. It's a crappy attempt. But we'll go ahead.
Crappy? Oh, okay, fine.
You got your
Sorry, guys.
spell
Hold
wrong.
on.
He
We don't need the
fails.
distraction.
Alright, I don't fucking.
Close it down. Whatever you're doing back there, no distraction. Taz has got this. We go walk into the door.
Okay.
Yeah, do it, man. Let's just fucking
He
bust
opens
through.
the door.
Yeah.
And you push it open, and as he's bumped into the head with the doorknob and falls to the ground, you see he wears a black smock all the way down to his ankles. He's actually a gnome, a frazzled-looking one, who was standing on a stool in order to talk to you through the top thing. He's fallen on the ground, and most garish and aghast, you see that his smock and his blue button-up collar shirt underneath are covered in gore.
Oh.
Bloody handprints everywhere.
Oh.
Blood drenched the black smock in his boots, leading to here from somewhere else, from around a counter on what is a large vestibule-like area. Travel off somewhere else. 2 sets of stairs travel up to an upper level, and a couple of doors in the back suggest that there is from the outside, you know that there's much more room on the lower floor on the bottom. And you all push in. And he's like, oh no, I'm bleeding!
Of course, you're wounded, my friend.
Right.
Hang tight. We'll help you. We have
He
a
begins casting a
healer
magic spell.
amongst
I
us.
cast
I
Wait.
knew it.
Fist. We roll an initiative.
It's roll initiative. He's casting a spell.
Okay.
And you are perceiving it as a hostile action.
Yeah.
if
Oh,
you
for
walk
sure,
and punch
for
him.
sure.
Can we go with the initiative that we had before?
No.
20.
That's a good roll.
I tried.
Wow, I got an 18
nice
plus.
roll.
21.
This always happens to me.
Alright, everybody. Roll high.
What's Chris gonna get? Oh, is that pretty good?
21.
Is it 21? Yes, dude. Yes. War wizard. All right. So you go first.
Okay.
Okay.
Whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Plus 8's ridiculous.
Yeah. No, that's. What'd you get? Oh, you got a 13. I thought it was an 18. I was like, he's supposed to.
Oh no,
have
that'd be
two.
ridiculous.
Yeah, you would have smoked me, dude. What'd you get, John?
22.
Drake, you're first.
Wow.
He begins casting a magic spell.
I cast Fist! And I punch him.
You're all
Roll to
20.
attack.
Nice.
Does a 13.
Poor guy's probably just trying to
Actually, that's our break.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's our
yeah.
break. Yep.
Oh my
We got a short one.
Second
Yep.
five.
Second 5.
Whoa.
And we're back. Yeah, we rolled initiative, and you rolled to attack, and you're about to explain to us on how you punch him.
Obviously, Taz is the first one through the door. I spring past him onto the ceiling so that I can get around him. And as I drop from the ceiling, I go, and I
That's the most frightening thing I've ever seen. Oh, and
Yeah.
I'm casting a spell.
punch. And I cast my spell, and I yell out, punch! Oh, man, I rolled even worse than I had before.
Hawaiian punch!
Nope. This one misses with a 4 plus 9, 13.
That's a hit.
Wow. Knowing that this hits, I kind of pull my punch and hopefully don't kill him. Non-lethal damage, hopefully, as I punch him in the face first off. I have D8s now. 5 plus 5, which is 10 damage.
10 damage as you punch him in the face. He shakes his head, twirls a little bit. You guys are pretty close to the same size.
You got
I make a second attack, and it's a special attack. Give me an athletics check.
It's really good for him.
You can also use your
Weird.
dexterity. Acrobatics.
19.
19? Wow, that was pretty good. But that doesn't beat my 28.
Dun dun dun.
That does not.
Yes, and I grapple him.
He is grappled.
And with my bonus action, I use patient defense.
Use your bonus action to cast Flurry of Blows and pummel him?
No.
No?
Save.
Yeah?
Yeah, I guess I said my key. I'm
Okay.
gonna grapple him.
But as a monk, you can still attack as a bonus action.
Yeah. I gut punch him. With
Okay.
Yeah, I hold him like this, right, as we're like in the lock, and then I bring my knee up.
Yes.
Fuck. Well, if a 13 hit, a 14 is going to.
Yep.
This poor man. 5 again, so it's 10 damage.
Another 10 to negative 20
It's bludgeoning.
damage. 20 damage so far. As
Oh,
you
you're
have
not
punched him and kneed him in the solar plexus. He's like, I didn't do anything to you.
It's the thing I hated the most about Groups. Everything I did was deadly.
Wow. You are really not going down here. Fury of blows. And I do it again. That is.
Yep.
That's 8 damage.
8 damage.
28 damage so far.
28 damage.
Wow, you're really hanging on here.
Us gnomes are known for our strong abs.
Is he a rock gnome? Is he just absolutely cut like how Grim was? Like
Absolutely.
chiseled from rock, dude?
Cormac. I think it's...
No, he gets one more attack on a
Oh,
four.
No, that was
blows.
it. That
That's
was
what
my
I
Fury
thought.
of blows.
You
Yeah,
you said for your blows. That's 2 attacks.
Yeah, he
too.
did the first.
Oh, my
then he
bad.
said he
Yeah.
triggered it. Whatever.
Wow, I'm sorry to feel bad. Who are you? Swear to me. That's the end of my turn.
That's a great many.
Oh, who is that?
That's
Milkenheart.
his
Samadhi.
wizard- Samadhi, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's great.
That is really cool.
Yeah.
Cormac.
Sorry.
That's dope.
I don't want to kill this little thing. I'd like to get past them.
Difficult terrain.
It's
Okay. 5, 10,
Mm-hmm.
15.
Yep.
I look around the room.
It's a mess. It's disheveled. There's bloody footprints leading
Where?
around some furniture and kind of disappearing from sight. You don't have line of sight. From,
Direction. So sorry to interrupt, but
Uh,
this way? It goes off. I know this isn't really the map that. Yeah.
it goes this way.
Okay. Okay. I will send Xander across the room at the end of my turn, but I'm going to do 15, 20, 25, 30 right here. Do I see anyone yet?
Nobody else in here.
Boy. Okay. I don't really want to kill this guy. I think you guys can handle him, no?
I got it from here.
Balthazar.
Well, hold on. I will dash then.
Okay. Dash.
Dashing 10, 20, 30 to the table, and I duck down.
Yep. And you duck behind a table. The
Mhm.
table itself is covered in all manner of unusual looking surgical instruments, most of them coated in blood and gore.
Fantastic. They are practitioners.
Balthazar.
Hey, what?
Okay, so mind racing, recognizing the type of place that we're in. I have absolutely seen an asylum before, and I know that any headmaster or headmistress of an asylum, one thing they all have in common is they carry around a ring of keys with them. All of them, always. So I would like to cast Locate Object. And I would like to try to locate a ring of keys. Because I'm assuming that whoever is in charge of this place has a ring of keys on them.
That's pretty clever.
Does this detect, like, all of the ring of keys within 20 miles? Or
I describe an object
a ring of
or
keys?
item that is familiar to me, and within 1,000 feet, I basically have a GPS bead on it.
For the nearest ring of keys or
It's
the farthest ring of
ambiguous.
keys?
I realize there's lots of room for failure
All
here.
of the rings of keys?
I mean, you're the DM. You decide. You see what I'm going for. Do I succeed or not? You know what I'm trying to do.
Did you hear a jingle jingle when the gnome got grappled? I guess that's who I would say had the keys.
It's just like overload. His brain explodes from the amount of keys in the
What's the range on it? 1 mile?
1,000 feet.
So 1/5 of a mile?
Sure. If that's how much 1,000 feet is.
5 tomatoes.
Okay.
Yeah, like a weird sonar of light goes off in your mind, and it's just as this ring of light that you can see hits and goes off into the distance. It begins illuminating walls, chairs, in a fine silver silhouette, and you see a ring of keys on the gnome. You see a ring of keys on the opposite side of this place, way at the other end on a lower floor, and you see rings of keys on people living in their houses within 1,000 feet of you. Just, they all ping for a second, glowing yellow in a world of blue lines before...
What about deeper?
No.
I never thought of using that for like swords, for like bad guys.
Oh, shit.
Because this is not how it should work.
Swords. I'm looking for swords.
Wait, I mean,
Yeah,
it's
it
a
should-
specific,
It should lead you to the absolute nearest sword to you. And this guy...
unless you have more information.
Yeah,
I'm
it'd probably be a
testing
whole bunch
the
of
boundaries. Okay.
Dude's sword, of course.
I mean,
Well, when you test the boundaries and they give it to you one time, next time I might not. So...
I mean, you could do it
Totally
with a cloak
understandable.
With a specific.
okay,
You got the
so
information you wanted.
Yeah, like if somebody had like special
yes,
armor from
okay.
Genesis.
So you said that there's keys on him, and then there's keys in another location.
Yep.
Elsewhere.
Opposite side of the building.
Okay. Drake, finish up your little fun there.
Well, he's about to cast a spell. Does it go off?
Is that the end of your turn?
He's grappled.
You just said something.
That was one
That's all
action,
for doing
a
actions.
free action. I suppose I have a bonus action.
Maybe he doesn't need.
True. It's only verbal.
I use my movement, and I start heading towards where I sense the other ring of keys.
Okay. You get close to Cormac.
Okay, that's it for Taz.
Cast suggestion
Sorry.
to me.
Wish I was more useful this round.
He misty steps.
Oh!
Bonus action. Unless you count
That's
it.
his spell? Yeah, I was gonna say, holy shit, hold up.
No, I don't.
You
I
don't?
was already questioning it. No,
I don't think you
I
can
would've-
see
I
anyways
would've
because you're
told you.
behind a table.
I mean, that's 30 feet.
No. I would have been in line sight. I already had decided I wasn't gonna counter it.
No, but I mean, wherever he's misty stepping, it's only 30 feet away. It's not like he's teleporting or disappearing.
Sure, he has to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's gonna be close to us still.
Probably right on top of me.
Yeah. We're gonna kick his ass, Seabass.
guess maybe we should just put him down.
Should have killed him.
Oh,
He had
this
the
is all
chance.
just like a horrible
Misty
misunderstanding.
step?
Like they were cutting up
Doesn't it have
jello.
like a range of 120 feet?
Who's that guy?
Less 30.
It's Dimension Door, I think. You're thinking of.
Dimension Door is like
Misty Step is
500.
visual.
There we go.
Yeah, Dimension Door is wow. That's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. He misty steps. Lands.
He's got the giant beard. Oh my god. I gotta move the camera. Over here.
What? He's so fucking old, Jesse.
He's so old. Of course, he works in this.
I should have
He's
stunned you, you
so
piece of shit.
fucking old, Jesse.
Bonus action. So,
Let's cast that fireball.
So he used a bonus action to cast a spell, so he has this movement.
firebolt at Drake.
Wow, you were
I
all-
miss.
Okay.
And he begins running.
Oh
5,
shit!
10, 15, 20, 30.
He almost escaped.
I had to use more
Is
than
that
his
you?
full movement.
Yeah, way the hell over there?
How'd you get over
I
there?
dashed.
Good job.
Okay.
Well, he's not getting away now.
No.
Not
No, he's not.
Midge.
Come
Person
on.
who's not Midge.
Gesture.
Gesture. Yeah, that guy.
Oh wait, it's finally my turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
With your 20.
Yeah, with my 20.
Yeah.
Falling asleep during this combat.
So- So you explained that there was like a trail of footprint blood going
Yeah.
somewhere.
Yeah, he's following it now.
Oh, he's
Roll
following.
20, you still
Okay.
go
It's
last.
probably his footprints.
I love that you
Yeah.
remembered that. Like, that was ages ago
Bloody
when you
footprints,
rolled
you
your
said.
20. And you're like, so footprints.
The bloody ones.
I had forgotten.
All right.
The
so-
footprints match his stupid-looking boots.
Oh my god, they're so stupid
They're
looking.
pointing
Aren't
the opposite
they?
direction.
They are running in the opposite
Now-
They're
direction.
rectangles.
Boots
Yeah.
of
He's
false
a-
tracks.
He's
They're
a
in the
small
shape
lad,
of a gnome.
What?
He's a small,
Little face.
smaller
Yeah.
guy. You said he's like a gnome.
Cone.
He is a
cone
gnome.
Oh
hats.
my god.
Are these doorways gnome size?
No.
They're not.
That's why you need that ladder.
Okay.
I take
Well.
it, by the way.
In my head
It's
canon, all gnome boots
Yeah.
leave smiley face
So-
footprints from here on out.
Yeah. Santa knows.
Spells are like visual, like you have to see someone in order to be able to cast it, right?
Some, not all. It
Quite a-
depends on the spell.
Quite a few of them.
Well, I cast darkness around him,
Okay.
so he doesn't know where he's going any longer.
Okay. A cloud of darkness surrounds him.
Pretty good, pretty good.
Yeah.
What's the range? I think
Um,
it's like 15?
Range is
10?
long.
60 feet with a 15.
Yeah, so 60. Yeah, so it's 15 feet.
Yeah.
15 feet around
Circle,
him.
yeah. Okay, we all lose sight of him.
Yes, but he doesn't know where he is anymore.
Except for he knows this place.
You hear him. Ow!
I like it.
Now we
Alright.
know where he is.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Fireball.
I look
Uh,
back. He's a more powerful wizard than I thought. He's master of vision.
I holler to
Cormac.
Cormac. Tell him, did you hear that?
Yes,
Go locate where you last heard him.
will do. Running into the darkness.
And then, yeah, I think I'll call it right there.
Drake.
Chester, you've made this so much easier. As I run toward him. I look at you first, I'm just like, okay. I
You
don't
run
know where
into
he's
the
at.
Darkness.
Yeah,
Run into the darkness.
You have disadvantage.
I'm the same height at least.
Yep.
Alright.
You bump into the same table he did.
Oh, fudge!
That must mean he's close.
I picked up that stool, right?
You said you did.
Yep. I stand on it. And I'm gonna kick you right in the face! And I don't roll with disadvantage. You wanna know why?
Because you have blind fighting.
No.
No.
Because I have drunkard's luck.
Okay. And then?
And then, with my drunkard's luck, I hit. And I do 7 plus 5 damage.
12.
Okay.
Do I hear a thud or like somebody falling down?
Yeah, you hear a thunk, and he's like, ah! My nose! That really hurt!
40 damage.
Oh my god, it's bleeding!
Why won't you go unconscious? Give me a constitution saving throw.
Trying to stun this fool.
19 plus.
Oh my god.
What the fuck?
Use this
yes.
gnome,
19
dude.
plus is 0.
Bested by a gnome.
Like,
Still passes.
in
love
my
it.
head, this gnome is like fucking Quentin Tarantino in Hostel or something. He's like,
Well, I used
He's
think
the director.
2 key point. No, I used 3
you know,
key
nobody's
points for that,
gonna.
by
The
way.
director doesn't die, you know.
He's like, you guys aren't supposed to come in this
Yeah.
door. You're supposed to go around.
Yeah. This isn't in the script.
This one I do roll disadvantage.
Getting away.
That's a 18. This is my disadvantage here. And a 9 still hits.
It hits.
Alright. Jesus. Why won't you die? And I hit him with 11 damage.
And he dies.
51. Knock him out, right?
Unconscious.
Yeah.
As he's saying, why won't you die? I think it'd be thematically more fun if he died.
So
No.
that amount of damage would knock him out? Or
He
kill
is-
him?
Yeah, I'd non-lethally solar plex him again.
As he falls to the ground.
Oh, you killed him.
You don't know that! You can't even see him!
tiny-
Unless you drop that
The
spell!
tiny lizard killed him, everybody.
It's a little known fact. You can see through your own darkness, Moody. No, you can't. It's a lie.
Okay, so I pick up his dead body, like not dead, but unconscious body, and I feed him a health potion.
Even you thought you killed him.
After I walk him out of the darkness.
Wait, what? He's sleepy time, dude. It's over. What are you doing?
Yeah.
You just healed him?
Yeah. 1 health potion.
Okay. How much does he heal?
I feel like I'm taking crazy pills.
Where's he going with this? Is it 4? Did you get a 4?
No. It was 3. It's 5.
Pretty good
Okay.
for the bad guy.
Anyway, so I'm holding him and I'm like, swear to me!
In the darkness.
God damn it.
And then you give him a potion and he wakes up and you shake him and say, swear to me.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh! My nose is still bleeding! And he spits in your face.
Oh, what a dick.
I drag him out
That's
of the darkness
rude.
at least.
Yeah, you did.
And
You said
now he
that.
can see.
And,
You guys can see that, right? Yeah.
okay, that's the end of your turn.
Mists away.
Cormac?
Great.
It's your guys' turn.
Judd's like, I got this. Let me handle this.
Cormac.
Oh. Seeing the writing on the where he was going, I am going to just say Mooney's going to handle that guy, I guess. So I'm just going to end.
So you walk into the darkness.
Yeah,
I feel like
20.
I'm taking crazy
And you
pills.
bump into that same table.
Yeah, I do. As soon as I walk out of the darkness, what do I see over here?
A door with a
Oh.
brass doorknob, bloody handprint from a gnome on it.
Okay,
Boots leading to it.
I'd like to hold the door closed.
Okay.
So brace myself and hold it closed.
I dropped concentration on darkness.
That's all.
Darkness is gone. Cormac is bracing himself against the door.
Did he drop his, like, casting implement when he was in the darkness? After I pulled him out of it?
Hey, you knocked his dumbass
You've
out, too. He
You've
probably
only
dropped
seen
it
him
then.
do a verbal component so far.
I have
Yeah.
suggested that when you fall unconscious, you drop stuff like your shield, and you guys were like, no, I think you should still benefit from your shield for AC if you're unconscious, so you do not drop things if you're unconscious. Unless you drop your shield and I get to attack you with -2 to your AC.
I think you drop your shield. I mean, if you're unconscious, you're incapacitated. Incapacitated means you drop whatever you're holding.
I'm not arguing this. You can do what you
I'll
want to
figure
do.
that out later.
It's all good.
Cormac, you're bracing. Balthazar, your turn.
Where Cormac just went, is that where I sense the location of the keys coming from?
No.
I thought
Truly.
you said he was running towards that.
Where at?
spot.
Oh, he is, but the building is in a L shape.
Where do I sense the keys coming from?
From the other end of the L shape.
Like way down that way?
Down the corridor to the left.
But it's not through the door that I'm blocking?
Can you kind of see through that?
Yeah.
It's an L shape.
Where are we on that?
This big area.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh,
Well,
okay. So
I
straight for a while and then an L.
Take a left
Okay.
somewhere.
I use my movement to go.
Gotcha.
And I use my free action to say, Cormac, this way.
The door that he is at leads to the other end of the L, but
Oh.
it's not this.
yeah, essentially, from what I saw real fast, the building is about this wide and going that way
Yeah.
for a while.
But
Before the left.
the keys are over here.
Essentially where that NOS can is.
So
maybe a little
what I
further.
said, I guess, is misleading. I guess, yes, it's in the direction of the keys, but it's not a straight line.
Okay.
So it's kind of...
But that's my only route to the
No, there's other
keys.
doors, I would assume, no?
That did take.
No. Well, I mean, there are, but they lead outside the building.
Right. Okay,
Oh,
so
so-
I'm taking the most direct route to the keys.
Not exactly knowing what the most direct route is, you're going to follow Cormac.
Very well.
Good.
Yes.
Do you do an action?
Well, I use my movement.
You can dash up and move.
There's nothing going on around me. There's no reason for me to use an action. So, I mean, I guess I could bonk the dude. Where's he at? Way over there? Yeah, fuck that. Moody's got him.
Yeah.
I head up to the
Sorry,
door.
guys.
You got him.
Yeah.
You just get him.
You do what you want over there, buddy. You're good, dude.
Cormac knows that you can handle your own. I'm just walking past you.
I dash to the door with Cormac.
I thought this would lead somewhere, but
Maybe it will.
he's quite tough.
Very tough gnome.
Very tough. Very tough.
That was Balthazar. He is standing next to you. And he looks at you and he's like, "Oh no, I'm gonna light you up, sweet cheeks."
Damn,
And he
dude.
casts fireball right here.
Counterspell.
Yeah, he's in line of sight of him, right?
Oh shit! Yeah,
nice
buddy.
job. I'm around a bend. I
Yeah.
can't see him.
Hey, hold
At
on.
third
so-
level.
Or whatever.
He didn't say.
At least third.
Neither one of you said.
Ooh.
I already knew what I was doing.
At
Right.
third, yeah.
Alright.
Does he have to roll?
Yeah, how does counterspell work again?
Hold on.
If it's third level, he has to roll.
Um,
And if your level is higher, then he has to roll.
And then the
It's
DC is 10 plus your
the
spell level.
level.
And he
Alright, be
gets
15.
read it.
Oh.
You attempt to interrupt a creature in the process of casting a spell. If the
Drake,
creature is
you just did
casting a
so
spell
much
of third
damage.
level or
I'm
lower,
sorry.
its spell
It's okay.
fails and has no effect. If it is casting a spell of fourth level or higher, make an ability check using your spell casting ability. The DC equals 10 plus the spell's level. On a success, the creature's spell fails and has no effect.
Alright,
It's
10 plus
15,
spells
so
level.
You gotta roll.
Yeah, 15.
So
Yeah.
roll.
And so what is he at?
Add your spellcasting ability modifier.
With no proficiency, just the straight stat.
Just spellcasting ability modifier.
Oh no.
Oh, wow. So no.
Start rolling.
Anyway. Come on, buddy.
That is the worst.
Everybody make a save. Who's around him? For the fireball.
Do I get hit?
Yeah, it goes around corners.
I think so. Yeah.
We both get hit.
Do I get?
It's cool. Me and you get a big bonus to save.
Moody's over here. Ah!
35 fire damage.
What's the save?
Spell save
Dexterity.
is
Does a 19.
14.
Okay.
It's just 14.
Yeah.
You don't have to roll, Gabe.
Oh, I'm
You're not in it.
Yeah, it's just this.
Okay, cool.
Don't forget to add plus a
I
bunch.
got it. Plus a
evasion.
bunch.
You take no damage.
Yeah,
at
you all
all.
pass it. So you
Uh,
take half of 35. So that
Which
is 17 fire damage.
Worth a
And
first level spell to absorb? Yes. I will use my absorb elements to half that.
and everything in the room bursts into flames, and the entire place begins catching on fire. The wooden interior of the building is rapidly setting ablaze.
So wait, this asshole just okay. Okay.
Dude, it's an invasion. He's doing anything he can to stay alive.
No, he's dead.
He killed himself?
died?
Yeah. Fireball.
I figured he was an evoker. I was
No.
wrong.
He is ash.
Wow, that dude is dedicated.
That was hardcore. Wow.
Real quick, vibe check. I'm concentrating on this location spell. When this fireball goes off inside this mansion, do
Nothing
I
happens yet.
Do I literally see the keys go like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit?
No, nothing happened yet.
Do you have
wasn't
to maintain concentration?
We obviously wanted him still alive, and he just burned himself to death. Wow.
Corgrin comes in along with Samedi, and the two of them are like, oh, what happened? What did you do? And the two of them begin casting Conjure Water.
Cool.
I just took 17 damage. Remind me how concentration saving
Or 10.
throws?
Whatever's
Half or 10?
above 10.
So
You gotta roll
10.
10, or you have to roll half damage.
Yeah. Plus your constitution modifier.
Wow.
Plus,
So fail.
Pretty bad.
is it a save? Con save?
It's a save.
Yeah, I think it's a con save.
Sorry, friends.
So that's
Take
going to be
Constitution
8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
I didn't think he was
Yeah.
gonna suicide
Success.
like that.
Alright. So, Corgrim and Samedi come in and they cast Conjure Water. Water begins, clouds of mist and vapor form in the area, and they try to start extinguishing the fire. As you are here at the door itself does nothing. There's a bloody handprint on the door and footsteps leading up to it. Your sensation of the keys remains unchanged, and the sound of somebody screaming in pain, sounding like an old man, can be heard from coming up the stairs. So you have two options. You can go up the stairs to investigate the screaming, or you can pursue the keys and the bloody footprints.
Go for the keys. I'll get the old man.
Yeah.
No, we'll get for one of them. You go for the other.
Shit.
Well, we're going downstairs. I'm not.
There is no downstairs.
Or through the door, because you go upstairs in a horror movie, that's always.
I don't know what a
The
horror
death
movie
scene.
is.
Moving pictures.
It sounds like there's somebody dying upstairs, not keys.
Samedi, Allant, Nakma, we'll go upstairs. It sounds like you're dedicated to the lower floor.
Sounds like it.
That's the plan.
Smoke billows out of
Yeah.
Cormac's innards and start to repair his burnt visage.
Sorry, Cormac.
I'm okay.
You're looking as good as ever, my lord.
Perfectly healthy again.
God, I love
Good
that
luck,
man.
Master Mooney.
I don't know if I'd say.
Master Drake.
He's just so cheery.
Lack of.
He's just the
Lack of
best.
blood.
Yeah,
I would
Alan?
say.
Yeah.
Please don't die, Alan. We
Yeah.
like you.
Aye, not planning on dying today, my lord. Besides, I've got a druid and a cleric and your knightly friend Nakma to aid me.
You're a knight too.
And if they fail, I'll raise you in death. Okay, let's
That sounds absolutely dreadful, my lord. Thank you.
I cast Don't Die on Ellen.
They go up the stairs, investigating the sound of screams. You open up the door to the rest of the retirement center, the Shady Oaks Retirement Center, and you are greeted by a smell, the sound of flies buzzing, and a stain of darkness upon the tiled floor. The sound of metal screeching upon metal can be heard farther throughout the corridors. You see that there are small assemblies of poles attached with curtains around beds. As you begin to step into the room, the first few beds you see have the remains of somebody who was once there. An elderly woman, an old man, a dwarf, each one long since deceased. Body parts are missing. Arms, eyes, lower jaw.
Sandra, scout.
Xander flies through, and in the darkness finally comes to a door in the back. The sound of metal screeching on metal can be heard in there. Muffled voices, but the door is closed.
Hurry, we must go. I'm sure they heard that sound.
Taz pushes open the doors to the room that we just came through. And now that he's closer, he can see that they read, someone has scribbled in blood, "Don't dead, open inside." And he steps through. Going into the room as he describes it, rushes forward to the sound of the screeching metal. Is the door locked?
No.
Do we all proceed?
Yeah. He said darkness on the floor?
A dark stain.
Dark stain.
Death.
Dried blood.
Yeah,
Dried
like
blood.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. I was thinking
There's
like
gore everywhere.
no man, I was thinking like Sphere of Annihilation 4.
Oh God.
Uh,
I don't think we're at that level, but maybe. It's horrible.
Cormac,
What?
Chester, you all stand on either side of the door.
Did you say Chester?
Jester, that's your name, is it not?
Yeah, you said Chester. Anyways, carry on.
Mooney and I breach. You two stand backs against the wall on the outside of the door, waiting to see what happens. Mooney, are you ready?
Yeah, go.
1, 2, 3.
Breach.
Breach.
You bust open the door. There are gurneys everywhere set up. People who are stitched together from unusual, strange creatures,
Oh wow.
pieced together, and
Ooh.
they squirm at their bindings as a woman in a corset. Oh, I wasn't expecting guests.
Clap cheeks. Can I see better?
No, it's well lit in here.
By the light of Anastellion.
I helped these people. They're better now. They were old and couldn't work anymore and no longer had a purpose in society. They will live on and work through me and my good work.
There is a time and place to raise. It's after they are dead,
And I helped them to be useful again.
and that's why you shall die.
Yeah, that's what they said too, sweet cheeks.
Yeah, but they're not us.
Never mind the voice around the corner.
Wait, that's what the gnome said before he died.
Oh, you dispatched
No, you're
him?
good,
That's a
dude. I
shame.
love it.
At least he fulfilled his
I
purpose.
could see Cormac being very pissed off about this.
Yeah.
honestly.
It's an
She lifts up
abomination.
her
Yeah.
finger. The bindings on the 3 constructs drops. Now, bring me their parts. And I guess we'll play again next week.
Mm.
Because it's after 10, yeah.
All right.
Good game.
Good game, good game, good game. Enjoyable, yes.
I look over at you and I'm like, Jester, when you said that they didn't know where they went and stuff, were they being coy at all? Or did it seem like they never existed at all and it was just like completely oblivious?
Felt like they never existed.
A little preview to what we're fighting on screen there.
Yeah, dude, look at that fat boy over there, man.
Those are pretty ugly.
He is so happy
You don't want to
right
include
now.
this one?
The Ninja Turtle, the flying Ninja Turtle, I love it.
And then if you
It's
look at him,
Raphael with weird wings.
well, if you look at him, he's all different creatures.
I
He's
love
not
it.
just a turtle.
Pull it
He's got a
together.
tail.
I love it.
He's even got robot legs.
Yes.
That's actually a joke that I had with somebody who played before, and he actually went on Hero Forge and pieced it all together.
Really?
Oh, so
Yeah.
that's a Hero Forge mini?
Yeah, that's the
Wow.
Hero Forge mini. We
I love it.
it's like one piece of everything random that we could put together. None
That's
of,
awesome.
Like no 2 pieces are one creature.
The human
That's great.
chimera.
Yeah, a chimera golem.
All right.
Well,
Oh, what are they called?
We probably could have gotten to that combat, but it was pretty roleplay heavy tonight, so we'll have to finish that up next week. And that actually should work out really well. And
We were inside of a tomb for like 3 months.
yeah, no, definitely we wanted to stretch our wings a little bit. I think this was really fun.
It was fun.
I had a good time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Introduction of a new character. We had to talk for a little bit and figure
Yeah.
out what you're all about.
can you
No.
be back next week, Gabe?
From the far
Yeah.
west.
I mean, because you're kind of in this combat now.
Yeah, you're in it now. Yeah, that'll be fun.
man, the
The
cameras.
far west, the far east, the far north. That was some of the best
Yeah.
shit.
Nice Ringo reference.
I'm glad someone got it.
I wanted to give you inspiration for it, but then when you started having to read my notes, I'm like, no, I want to take it back now.
But it was so good. It was so in line with how he was like portraying this. Yeah, it was
I
good.
mean, everyone's forgetting things.
Yeah, it was cool.
I don't think they were forgetting now. I feel like they were just like not telling you the truth. They're just like, yeah, they told. Who was that? I don't know.
Dude, on the weekends, these abominations go and they like sweep the streets, and all the townspeople are like, "Man, those are really helpful."
Did you?
I love those mongrels.
Those abominations, though, am I right?
I don't think you guys picked up on Trayson. When I described the blacksmith, I said he had striking silver eyes.
No.
Yes. I said Trayson had one dead eye.
No, you did say that. I'm saying we didn't pick up
Who's
on it.
Trayson?
Trayson is
The
the apprentice
blacksmith's
blacksmith
apprentice.
with striking silver eyes.
How are we supposed to know that person?
Because you talked to him.
Yeah.
No, but we didn't know Trayson was the.
He was the guy we
blacksmith,
roughed up
like,
that took over Yargun's, the crippled blacksmith.
Trayson,
shit.
Trayson was the. I said that the blacksmith had his apprentice there, and I said the blacksmith had striking silver eyes. The apprentice had one dead eye. The next day, I said that you look at the apprentice with his striking silver eyes.
Oh,
shit.
it was a trade.
That's what you missed.
Gotcha.
In one night, he got an eye transplant.
What do you think she does, man?
Yeah, but like all the doors and streets were locked. It made it seem like we couldn't go from house to house or wait outside.
He had an appointment to keep.
I mean, if I was waiting outside like the one blacksmith in town, you know, it'd be like, "Hey, where you get those eyes, huh? Huh? Where are you going tonight? Huh?"
Jeepers, creepers.
Yeah.
Where'd you get those peepers?
It's pretty good. Pretty good. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Good night.
Alright.
Even the bar closed. You should have known something.